Hi, welcome to this class. And in this class, we'll actually be looking at how to create a real estate website. So I'll be showing you how to create a real estate website. But very quickly, I want to notify you that in this video, I'll actually be using a video of one of my mentor is in person of Naya Sheikh, is from India. So I have learned so much and a lot through him and from his videos. So he also has a YouTube channel. I'll be sharing the YouTube channel in the last video of this course, so you can also follow him. So for you to actually go further ahead in this journey as a web designer, you need to have multiple source of information. Do you understand? You have to keep on learning. Even I am still learning, so you have to keep on learning and learning. So I will actually be sharing this video in this course so you can learn how to design a real estate website. Don't worry, all the resources that you need for this, the team you need for the that is going to be using in this real estate website, will be provided for you freely. You don't need to go and buy it, so it will be provided for you freely. So all you need to do is just watch the video and practicalize whatever it teaches. Thank you.
Hello friends, I'm Neshek, and today in this video I'll teach you how to make a modern, flexible and a professional real estate website like magicbricks.com and housing.com using WordPress. Now this is not an ordinary website, this is an amazing and professional real estate website with some really cool features. First of all, the design of the website is really great, as you can see on your screen. It also has the submit property feature, which means that anyone can come to your website and they can submit their property listings. Now you can enable them to submit the property for free, or if you want you can even charge some money for that. I'll show you how to do all these settings. We also have the compare property options, wherein a person can compare several properties at the same time. Another great thing is that here everything happens on the front end, like a person can simply come to your website and submit the property from the front end. They don't need to go to the back end to do that. Your customers, including the real estate agent, agencies, buyers and sellers, everyone, when they create an account with your website, they get a front-end dashboard from where they can control and manage the properties. We also have a very unique and special feature of CRM, customer relationship management. I'll talk more about this thing later on in this video. And there are many more features included in this website, like inbuilt search builder, front-end dashboard, customer insights and statistics, etc. We'll talk about these things later on in this video. Now before we proceed further, before I start showing you how to create this website, let me first show you a very quick demo of the exact same website that we will be creating in this video, so that you guys get a better idea about the website that you will be creating if you follow my step-by-step tutorial. So first of all, as I said you earlier, to create this website, I have taken inspiration from websites like magicbricks.com and housing.com, very famous websites, especially in India. So as you can see over here, this is how the website looks like. The main thing over here, main thing in any real estate website is this search form. Here, if you want, you can search for a property, whether you want to buy a property, whether you want to rent it. You have to enter the location, what type of property you want, commercial, residential, what is your budget. You have to enter all these details and you can search for that property. Similarly, in housing.com as well, you have the same option. You have to select whether you want to buy or you want to rent a property. You have to select the location and you can just enter the search. And in our website also, we have a very similar thing. As you can see over here, we have this search form. So here a person can select the city, property type, commercial or residential, status for new, for rent, foreclosure, open house. They can select the budget. And after that, they can also select whether they want to rent or they want to purchase or they want to sell a property. And most importantly, creating this website is super simple. You have complete control over the website. For example, let me show you a very quick demo. If I want to make some changes in this website, I can click on this button over here at top, edit with Elementor, and after that I will get this page. Now here, suppose if I want to change the title, instead of welcome to houses, if I want to change this to something else, if I can simply click on this thing, and now here, as you can see at the left hand side, instead of welcome to houses, I can type in welcome to Nair houses. Okay, you can do it like this. You can also change the style of this search form. I can click on this search and I can control few more things. For example, if I don't want to display this thing over here, property status, I can go ahead and I can delete this thing. Now you'll see that that thing is now deleted. I can add some more items over here. I can click on this add item option. I can select the field that I want to display. For example, if I want to display country or city field is already present. I can display this field, maybe how many bedrooms. So I can select bedrooms. And now what I'll do is I'll select size of this thing. For example, I want to make it smaller. So column width, I'll select maybe 25%. And now as you can see, this is how it looks like. I can give it a label, like I can type in bedrooms over here. And now I can do one thing. I can bring this bedroom out after this thing and before this search button. So as you can see, you have complete control about how you want to design and how you want the layout of this search form. You can also control these tabs. For example, here it says for rent, for sale. If you want to increase or if you want to add or subtract some tabs from here, you can do that. For example, I can add a new one for resale. Now, as you can see, a new tab is added over here for resale. So you have complete control over this website, and doing changes on this website, as you can see, is super simple. So this is how this thing works. Now let me cut this thing. Now this is your home page. At the top, you'll see your header, and at the left hand side in the header, you will see your logo. Obviously, instead of this logo, you can upload your own custom logo. Then after that, you have your header menu, and after that, you have two very important options. First option is to create a listing. So a person, anyone can come to your website and they can create a listing from the front end itself. They just have to click on this button, create a listing, and now as you can see, they can just enter details about the listing. For example, property title, what type of property is this, commercial or residential, or whether they want to sell this thing, whether they want this thing for rent, and what is the label, what is the price they are looking for. They can enter all this detail and they can submit the property. And then after that, there is one more button in the home page. You will see this button. If a person clicks on this button, they will get some more options. If they click on this board option, as I've said to you earlier in the introduction, that a person or any of your customer, whether it's a seller, it's a purchaser or a buyer or an agent or an agency, they will get this front end dashboard. And here they can see all the insights, all the statistics. If they've submitted a property, they can see how many people visited their property today, how many people were interested, and from which country they visited, all this information. They can also manage their properties from this option. They can click on properties. They can manage the submitted properties. If they want to make some changes in that, they can click on this edit button and they can make some changes. They can also set their property as featured property. I'll show you and I'll explain you how that thing works. They can also mark some property as their favorite properties. They can also compare different properties, and they can do so many different things. Now let's come back to our website again. So this was your header, and after that you will see your first section, which is your hero section. So you have a title, you have a subtitle, then after that we have the search bar. We have already seen this search form. Then I'm showing you this section, about section kind of thing. Like in this website, you can rent, you can buy, or you can even sell properties. Then you will see the featured properties. So you can do one thing, you can make some extra money with this option, with this featured listing option. So a person, whoever is listing their, whoever is submitting their property listing on this website, if they want their listing to be featured on the homepage, you can take some extra money from them, or they can pay you some extra money. And after that, their listing will be featured on the homepage like this one. So anyone, any person who is visiting your website, they can always see these featured listing on the website. Now this option is better for all the parties involved. For example, this is better for website owner because website owner will get some extra money through this featured listing, and also the person who submitted the listing benefits from this, because if their listing is featured on the homepage, many more people will see their listings. Then after that, when you scroll down, you have the inquiry form. So if the person wants to inquire about something, they can just enter this detail and they can click on the submit button. You will get all the details about this person, and you can contact this person, and you can do whatever you want. Then after that, you have the category sections of, if a person is searching for apartments, they can click on this apartment. Now they will see all the properties listed under apartment category. And if a person is searching for office space, they can click on this office category, and now they will see all the properties listed under office category. Then when you scroll down, you have some properties for sale. These are also featured properties. So again, similar thing. If a person wants, they can also explore, and they can also search, and they can see properties based on different locations. So for example, if they are searching or if they are looking for property in New York, they can click on this New York option and they will see all the properties listed in New York. Then after that you have the brands option, and at the bottom you have your footer. Now here, if you want, you can also compare properties. For example, if you want to compare several properties, you will see this option over here, this plus button, compare option. You can click on this button. Whenever you click on any option like this, you will see this thing at the right hand side. So if I want to compare maybe these two properties, I can select them. I can click on compare. Now you will be redirected to compare properties, and now as you can see the comparison. So the title is given over here. What is the price for both the properties? What is the type of the property? This is apartment and this is single family home. What is the address? Which is the city? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms, garage, and what all features are available? So laundry, gym features available in which all properties. You can see all these details over here. Now we have one more feature over here. If you want to add any property in your wish list, or if you want to add any property as a featured or a favorite property, you can click on this heart icon, and now this property will be added to your favorite list. And you can always see your favorite list from here. You can click on this icon, you can click on favorites, and here you will always see those properties that you have marked as favorite. Now in this website, I'll also show you how to create some other pages. For example, I'll show you how to create a search page. If you click on this search option, you will see this is how your search page will look like. Now there are many more different designs. This is just one of the designs available for the search page. So in this design, as you can see, we have two columns over here at the left hand side, wherein we are displaying the properties, and at the right hand side, we have this sidebar. If you want to have a different design, let me show you some more designs for the search page. So here, if you see this design, this is another design. Now here we don't have a sidebar, we have only all the different properties. Then after that, if you see this design, we have a very similar design, but instead of grid design, here we have the list view. Instead of grid view, we have the list view. Then we have this design wherein we display this header, or we display this map at top and in the header, and in the bottom in the content area we display these things, these different properties. We have one more design wherein you can display half page as your map and half page as all the different properties. So if a person clicks on anywhere on the map, for example, if a person clicks on this option, they will see all the properties listed in this in this area. If they click on this option, they will see this specific category, and they can click on this specific listing, and they will be redirected to the listing page. So this is how the single listing page will look like. And similarly, for the single listing page also, there are many more designs. For example, this is one of the design. If you see, this is your top section. Here you have all the different images related to the listing, related to the property. You can click on this. You can see this thing in more detail. You can also contact the person who has submitted the listing, whether the person is a broker or an agent or the owner of the property. You can even see this property on the map. You can click on this Google map and you can see where this property is exactly located. Then when you scroll down, you have some more details about the property, like how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how many garage, and what is the size of the property in square foot or square meter. When was this property built? Description about the property, exact address of the property, more details about the property, some additional information like what is the deposit amount, what is the pool size, all these different things. You can also see all the different features available in the property, mortgage calculator, floor plans. If you click on this, you can see the floor plan for first floor, for second floor, what is the floor plan, how this thing looks like. Then we have some more options. For example, if you want to schedule a tour, you can fill in this form and you can contact the broker or the agent or the property owner and you can schedule a tour. Then you have if the person, or if you have any video related to the property, you can enter that video as well. If you have a 360 virtual tour of that property, you can enter that virtual tour video or that thing over here. Then at the bottom, obviously you again have the option to contact the agent or the owner of the person who has submitted the listing. Now let me show you some more designs related to single listing page. Now if you see this design here, as you can see in the header, this is not full width header, this is a box layout, and instead of a detail like this one, we have this option over here. We have the contact option right at top, and after that all the other section is very similar. Now here also we have a different type of thing. We have this tab option. So we, instead of a complete page like this, when we have to scroll down, you can have a tab section and a person can click on these different tabs and they can see all the details over here. Then we have another design over here. This is also a tab section, but here we have this type of tab. Okay, here as you can see, this type of tab which is given at the left hand side. Then we have some more designs. So as you can see, for every single thing, there are several design options available. Whatever option you like is good for you, you can select that option. And with this, I'll also show you how to create some other pages like your about page, contact page, your facts page, and many more different things. So basically, we'll be controlling and we'll be creating a complete solution, a complete professional website. Alright guys, so this was a very short demo about the website that you will be creating in this video if you follow my step-by-step tutorial. I hope you guys like the demo website. If you want to create the exact same website, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. Now all the important links and time frames of this video are given in the video description below, so you can always see the video description for all the important links and other information. Now before we proceed further, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. If you find this video helpful, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now let's start creating this website. Alright guys, now to create any kind of website, whether it's a real estate website, an e-commerce website, a blog, a business website, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, google.com, youtube.com, nayashik.com. All these things are different domain names. So we also have to register a domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply enter that domain name in the website URL or in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Now the second and the most important thing that we need is a hosting account. A hosting is basically a computer wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this entire website, all the different listings, all the different media files, this images, videos, everything, this entire website is saved in that computer, and that computer is running 24/7 so that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live. So your website is always up and running. Now hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. Your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience on your website, everything is directly dependent on your hosting. If you selected a good and reliable hosting, your website speed and performance will be amazing. Your website will load really fast. And if you've selected a crappy hosting, your website will load very slow and the speed and performance will really be very bad. Now there are thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but only few of them are really great. But you don't have to worry about that. You can simply open a new tab and type in blogdude.com/SG. SG stands for SiteGround, and this link is also given in the video description below. So you don't even have to type in this link. Simply click on that link. You will be redirected to this website. Now before we proceed further, before we choose any one of these plans, let me first explain you and let me first tell you why are we choosing SiteGround. Because I myself said you just a few moments ago that there are thousands of different hosting providers available. So out of all those different hostings, why are we choosing SiteGround? So I'm selecting and I'm recommending SiteGround based on my experience. I'm creating these YouTube tutorials for more than 5-6 years, and in this time period I've tried and I've used many different hosting providers. For example, the first website that I created was using HostGator. Then I created other websites using some other hosting, then some other hosting, and ultimately I'm using SiteGround. So in this time period I have used many different hosting providers including SiteGround, A2 Hosting, TMD Hosting, HostGator, Bluehost, GoDaddy, almost every single major hosting provider. And in my experience, SiteGround is the best hosting provider in terms of speed, in terms of performance, in terms of reliability, security, and also in terms of support. So that is the reason why we are choosing SiteGround. In fact, my own personal websites are also hosted on SiteGround. My main website, my main source of income, blogdude.com, is hosted on SiteGround. Other websites that I own, for example, nayashik.com, fahem.in, all these websites are all hosted on SiteGround. So that is the reason why I am recommending you SiteGround, because I myself personally use it. Now here as you can see, there are 3 different plans available. Now if you want a short and simple answer as to which plan you want to select or you should select. Now if you want to create one website, just select the starter plan, click on the get plan button and proceed further. If you want to create more than one website, for example, you want to create this website, this real estate website, And with this, maybe you also want to create an e-commerce website and some more websites. So if you want to create multiple websites, select the Grow Big plan and click on this Get Plan button. So the main difference over here is how many websites you can create. So if you want to create one website, just select the Startup plan and click on this Get Plan button. If you want to create multiple websites, select the Grow Big plan and click on this Get Plan button. Now, if you want to understand more about hosting and if you want to understand more about these features, watch for a few more minutes. You will learn something new. Now, first of all, you can see how many websites you can create with a plan. For example, in Startup plan, you can create one website, and in Grow Big and Go Geek plan, you can create unlimited websites. Now, what does this mean? So suppose if you're selecting Startup plan, you can create one website, which means that you can create this website, this real estate website. Now, if you want, you can just select the Startup plan and you can create this entire website. You won't have any problem at all. Now, many people think that because this is the most basic plan, you have some limitations, but you don't have any such limitations. You can select the Startup plan. You can create this entire website without any problem. You can have unlimited listings. You can have unlimited users. Your website can be really huge. It can, manage a lot of traffic, and you can also manage a lot of users and listings. So you won't have any problem at all. If you know for the fact that you will be creating, or if you want to create only one website, only this real estate website, and if you don't want to create any other website for at least 5-6 months, then you can just start with this Startup plan. Now, if you select the Grow Big or the Go Geek plan, you can create unlimited websites, which simply means that today you can create this website, this real estate website. Tomorrow, if you want to create some more websites like an e-commerce website, a blog, a business website, membership website, tomorrow you don't have to purchase a new hosting plan. You can host all your websites in one single plan. So in simple words, you just purchase this hosting plan once, and for all your future websites, you can host all those websites in one single plan. Now, second thing over here is how much web space do you get. So in Startup plan, you're getting 10 GB, in Grow Big 20, and in Go Geek, you're getting 40 GB of web space. Now, let me explain you how much web space do you actually need. So if you see this website that I've created, this entire website, including all the listings, all the different pages, all the different users, this entire website is not more than 200 MBs. So technically speaking, if you select this Grow Big plan, you can create more than 100 websites like this one. And even if your website gets really huge, your website maybe gets really famous, you have 100,000 different listings, lakhs of different listings available on your website, still your website size will not be more than 3 or 4 GBs. So don't have to worry about this thing. And especially this web space is SSD space. There are basically two types of space, HDD and SSD. Most of the hosting providers use the HDD plan, but here at SiteGround, these guys are using the SSD plan. And if your website is hosted on SSD plan, your website is almost 25 times more faster than other hosting plans. So when your website is hosted on SiteGround, your website will be really fast. Whenever someone types in your website name, within a second, your entire website will load. And whenever someone wants to go to some other website, they just click on that link and that website will be loaded instantly. So this is really important. Now, if you want to learn more about this, you can just scroll down and you can come to this section. And here, as you can see, they have this feature, ultra fast site. If you click on this option, these guys are at SiteGround. These guys are using Google Cloud Server with SSD storage. So this will make your website really fast. And they are using some more technologies to make your website even more faster. So very important feature. After that, the third option over here, the third option basically is just to give you an idea about which plan is better for what kind of website. For example, Startup is better for those websites that are getting around 10,000 monthly visitors. Grow Big is better for those websites that are getting around 25,000 monthly visitors, and Go Geek is best suited for those websites that generate around 100,000 monthly unique visitors. Now, many people get confused over here. They think, for example, if they have selected the Grow Big plan and if their website is getting more than 25,000 monthly visitors, they think that they will have to upgrade their plan to Go Geek plan. But that is not the case. Even if you've selected Grow Big plan and even if your website is getting more than 50-60,000 monthly visitors, you don't have to upgrade your plan. Grow Big plan can easily handle that much traffic. This is just to give you an idea. This is just to make you, this is just to help you to make a better decision. Then after that, we have some more features like we have unlimited bandwidth, we have unlimited traffic, we have free SSL certificate, which is this SSL certificate is this thing which you see over here, this lockpad. This will make your website secure so that you can accept online payments. We have free daily backups, we have free CDN. CDN will make your website more secure, and these guys are using a lot of technologies to make your website more secure. Again, if you scroll down, you will come to this section, top notch security. If you click on this option, these guys are using artificial intelligence, AI, anti-bot system to make your website more secure. And this is really important because WordPress websites gets hacked a lot. So here, if your website is hosted on SiteGround, it is very difficult for any attacker or hacker to hack and attack your website. Now there are many more advanced features available as well. You can read about them if you want. But for most of you guys, I would recommend you to just select the startup plan and click on this get plan button. Now you will see this page, and here you have to register your new domain name. So whatever domain name you want to register, simply type in that domain name over here. Then after that, you have many more domain name extensions, for example .com, .net, .org, or if you want, you can also select some country specific, for example .in for India, .nz for New Zealand, and there's some generic domain name extensions available as well, for example .online, .guru, .me, .mobi, .xyz. So you can simply type in your domain name, select the perfect domain name extension and click on this proceed button. Now, if you already have a domain name, if you have already registered a domain name on websites like Namecheap or GoDaddy, you can select the second option. I already have a domain name. Now here type in that domain name that you have already registered on GoDaddy or some other website and the domain name that you want to use with SiteGround. Type in that domain name and simply click on proceed. Now you'll see this page, and here first of all you have your account information. Now under account information you have to enter your email address and you have to enter your password. Now this thing is very important. Whatever email address and password you enter over here, this will become your login credentials. So in future, whenever you want to log into your SiteGround account, you will have to enter this email address and password. So whatever email address and password you enter under account information, make sure you remember this thing. Then when you scroll down, you have your client information, which is just your basic information like your country name, first name, last name. You have to enter your address, your phone number, all your basic information. You can leave these two things, company name and tax ID. These are not compulsory. Then when you scroll down, you have your payment information. Now under payment information, you just have to enter your credit card, your debit card or your ATM card number, the card expiry date, 3-digit code, the 3-digit CVV number which is given at the back of your card, and obviously your cardholder name. Now one thing to note over here, that 3 types of cards are only accepted over here: Visa, MasterCard and American Express. Now most of the people must have this thing, but if you're from India, many people in India have the RuPay card. So if you have a RuPay card, you cannot make the payment over here. You must have a Visa or a MasterCard. Now when you scroll down, you will see your purchase information. Now one thing to note over here is that under purchase information, you don't change anything. You just check everything. So under plan, we have selected the startup plan. Under data center, it will be Asia if you're from India. If you're from some other location, if you're from USA, some data center in USA will be selected for you. Under period, make sure 12 months is selected because this is the best deal that you will get. Now you can scroll down, you can tick mark these two things. Now here as you can see, the total amount that you have to pay is just $84. And this is really great. If you see the amount and the quality of hosting you're getting for one complete year for just $84, this is really great. So just select this option and click on this pay now button. Now if you have selected Growbig plan, you will have to pay, I guess, around $120. So here as you can see, if you have selected Growbig plan, you will have to pay around $120. So whatever plan you have selected, just select this option, make sure you tick mark these two things and click on this pay now button. Now once you make the payment, you just have to go to this website my.siteground.com, and here you have to enter that email address and password which you have selected in your previous step under account information. So under account information, whatever email address and password you have selected, type in the same email address and password over here and click on login. Now you'll see this page, and over here you have to click on websites. So click on websites, scroll down, and you will always see your website or your domain name that you have registered or your GoDaddy domain name that you have entered over there. Now you will see that domain name, and below that domain name you'll see this button, Site Tools. Click on this button. Now here there can be two scenarios. First scenario can be that you have registered a new domain name. So that is really great because you don't have to do any extra step. Now, if you have selected or if you have registered your domain name outside SiteGround on websites like Namecheap and GoDaddy, and if you want to use that domain name with SiteGround, you just have to do one extra step. First of all, just go to godaddy.com or wherever you have registered your domain name, sign into your account. Now, when you log into your account, you will see all the domain names that you have registered with this account. So suppose in this example, if I want to use this domain name, tritongifts.com with SiteGround, I can select this domain name, and besides every single domain name, you will see this DNS button. Just click on this DNS button. This will display your domain name server. Click on change, and you have to delete these default domain name servers from here. So delete both these domain name servers, come back to your SiteGround account, scroll down, you will see your custom name servers over here. Copy your name server number 1, paste it over here under line 1, copy your name server number 2, only this much, and obviously paste it under line 2 and just click on save. Now when you click on save, this can take up to 24 hours to link your domain name with SiteGround, but by that time you don't have to sit, you can do some more things. For example, you can install SSL certificate on this domain. So to do that, you can click on security and you can select SSL manager. Now from here, just select the domain name on which you want to install SSL. So in this example, I'll be using this domain houses2.nashik.com. Now you should always see first of all whether your domain name is present over here at the bottom. If you see your domain name already present over here at the bottom, for example in this case I can already see this domain name present at the bottom, and I can see that it says active, which means that SSL is already activated and installed and activated on your domain name. So most of the times SSL will be already installed and activated for you. So if you see this thing, it is fine. If you don't see your domain name over here at the bottom, you can select your domain name and you can select this thing under select SSL. You can select let's encrypt and click on get. Now within 2 minutes, SSL certificate will be installed on your domain. And once it is done, you can now click on WordPress and click on install and manage. And now you can install WordPress on that domain. So to do that, first of all, again, make sure to first see this domain name list at the bottom, because most of the times WordPress is automatically installed on your domain name. So first see this list. Now if you already see your domain name over here at the bottom, it simply means that WordPress is already installed on that domain. So you can see this button over here at the right hand side, login to admin panel. You can simply click on that button and you can go to your dashboard. If you don't see your domain name over here, you can click on WordPress. You can select your domain name. So in this example, I'm selecting houses2.nashik.com. Now leave the installation path. Make sure you don't type in anything over here. Then after that, leave the language. And if you see this thing tick mark for you, install WordPress starter, just untick this thing. Just remove this tick mark because this is a plugin that is not really important. Then after that, you have to select username for yourself. So whatever username you want, just type in that username over here. Select a password for your website and enter your personal email address. And again, at the bottom, make sure this thing is not tick mark. So both these things should be untick. Now, once you fill in this information, just click on install. And now as you can see, WordPress has started installing on your website, on your domain name. This is a very short process. This will hardly take 10 to 12 seconds. So let's wait. Alright guys, now as you can see, WordPress is now successfully installed on this domain name. Now you will see your domain name at the bottom, as you can see, houses2.nashik.com, and you will see this button at the left hand side or at the right hand side, login to admin panel. Click on that link or click on that button. Now you will see a new tab will be open and you will see your dashboard. So this is your dashboard, and this is, in fact, this page is really important. This dashboard page is really important because from this page you will be controlling your website, whether you want to change the style of your website, whether you want to add a new post, new listing, control and manage your users, control and manage your pages, your comments, everything will be done from here. So this is a very important page. And whenever you want to come to this website, you simply have to enter your website name, your domain name, and after that put a /wp-admin. Then you will land on this page. Now, whenever you install WordPress on a new domain, there are few basic things that you have to do, and there are few basic things that you have to understand. So let's see those things. First of all, at the left hand side, you have all the important options. First option is your dashboard option, and this is how your dashboard looks like. Then after that, you will see your post option. If you click on that, you will see one post will be already created for you, hello world. You can simply go ahead and delete this post. So from this place, you can create different posts, different blogs. Then if you see third option over here is media option. Here you will see all the different media that is present on your website. So you can manage your images, your videos, all the different media files from here. Then you have the pages option, from where you can manage your pages. You can create new pages. If you want to edit the existing page, you can edit those pages. You can delete few pages over here. If you click on comments, you will see all the comments that is, so whenever someone posts a new comment on your blog, you can see all the comments from here. You can mark them approve, you can unapprove them, you can mark them spam, you can delete that comment, you can do anything you want. Then you have the appearance option, which is a very important option. Now under appearance option, you will see there are several themes available. Now what is the theme? If you open your website in a new tab, it would look something like this. Now this design and this appearance of your website is because of this theme. Now if I do one thing, if I change this theme, so right now 2020 theme is activated. If I just go ahead and activate some other theme, for example, let's activate this 2017 theme. If I click on this activate button, if you come back to your website and again if you refresh it, now as you can see, your website design is now completely changed. So that is basically what a theme does. A theme will change the design and appearance of your website. Now you must only have one theme installed and activated. So all the extra themes, you can just click on them and you can delete them. So click on this theme. At the bottom right corner, you'll see the delete button. Delete these extra themes. Now later on in this video, we'll be using some other theme so that we can convert this boring website into something amazing and useful like this one. Then after that, we have the plugins option. If you click on plugins, you will see one plugin will be automatically present for you, SG Optimizer. And this is a very important plugin because this plugin will improve the performance and speed of your website. And this plugin will be available only for SiteGround users. As you can see, this is available only for SiteGround users. Now what is a plugin? A plugin is kind of a software or an add-on that will add some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, right now we don't have any feature or we don't have the functionality and feature on our website that anyone can come to your website, they can create a new listing. So to add these features later on in this video, we'll be using some plugins. Then after that, you will see your settings option. Just click on settings. You have to give your website a title. So by default, you will see my WordPress or my blog. You can just delete this thing and you can give your website some title. Then after that, you have the tagline option. Now under tagline, you have to describe your website in few words. So just enter some words or just describe your website in few words over here. Now you'll see your WordPress address and your site address. Now over here, if you see HTTP, make it HTTPS, because right now, as you can see, your website is not 100% secure. We have installed SSL, but still it is not secure. So first we have to make this thing HTTPS. So both at top and bottom, make it HTTPS, as you can see on your screen. Then after that, you have your admin email address. Now over here, make sure your personal email address is present. If some other email address is present, just delete that email address and enter your personal email address. Now under membership, make sure this thing is tick mark. Anyone can register. Very important thing. If you don't tick mark this thing, no one will be able to register on your website. No one will be able to create an account on your website. So make sure this thing is tick marked. Then after that, you can select your time zone. For me, it is Kolkata time zone because I'm in India. And after that, you can just go ahead and click on save changes. Now when you click on that button, you will be logged out. You have to log in again. So enter your username, password and click on login. Now under settings, you will see permalinks. Click on permalinks and make sure over here post name is selected. If some other option like day and name or plain is selected for you, just select this post name, go ahead and click on save changes. Now let's again come back to dashboard. Now whenever you come back to dashboard, you will see these widgets over here. Now these are not really important widgets, so we can get rid of them. You can click on this option, screen option, and you can untick all these different widgets from here. Later on in this video, when we install a new theme and new plugins, we'll get some important widgets that we can display over here. Alright guys, so for now, all the basic settings related to your website is now completed. Alright guys, now let's do one thing. Let's change the style of this website, because right now, as you can see, this is how your website looks like. We have to convert this website into something amazing like this one. So this website, the demo website, looks so much better. So we want to create a website like this one. And so for this, we will need a new theme. And to get that theme, you can simply open a new tab and type in blogtoot.com/houses. Now again, this link is also given in the video description below. So you don't even have to type in this thing. Simply click on that link and you should be redirected to this website. Now this is the theme, as you can see, Houses Real Estate WordPress theme. If you scroll down, you can see more and you can learn more about this theme, the latest version, and this is using Elementor, which is a great thing. So this will make our website creation so much easier. You can see all the different features and everything. This has got more than 18,000 sales, an amazing rating of 4.85. So we need to purchase this theme and this will cost you just $59. And the best thing over here is that this is a one-time payment. So you just make the payment of $59 once, and after that you can have this theme forever. So you can have this theme for lifetime, and even when this theme gets updated in future, you will keep on getting those updates for free. So this is just a one-time payment. And with this, we also get 6 months of free support from the theme developer. So if you have any problem with the theme, you can contact these guys and they will help you out. So you simply have to purchase this theme. Simply click on add to cart or click on this buy now button, make the payment and purchase this theme. Once you purchase this theme, you can hover over your username, which is given over here at the top right corner. Now click on downloads. And here you'll see all the different themes and plugins that you have purchased from here. Now here, as you can see, this is the theme that we have just purchased, Houses Real Estate WordPress theme. So you'll see this option over here, and besides that, you'll see this download button. Click on download and select this second option, installable WordPress file only. There are several options available over here, especially the first option, all files and documentation, but you don't have to select that option. You have to select only the second option, installable WordPress file only. Now this will download a zip file for you. I'll cancel this thing because I already have this zip file. So let's see how we can upload this theme file to our website. So for that, again, you will come back to your dashboard. You will click on appearance from the left hand side, and after that you will click on add new button. Now because we have a file, we can upload that file. So click on this button, upload theme, click on choose file. Now choose the file that you have just downloaded. So this is the file, zip file. I'll select this file and we'll click on open. Now click on install now. Now this file is getting installed on your website. You can see the progress in the bottom left corner of your screen. Now once this file is installed, you can now activate this file, or you can now activate this theme. So to do that, simply click on this link, activate link. Now as you can see, this theme is activated. Now we don't even need this 2017 theme, so we can delete this theme as well. Now first of all, you have to enter the item purchase code. So where will you get this code? You will again come back over here. You can come back to this theme file, and here you will click on support. Now when you scroll down, you will see this purchase code over here. You simply have to copy this purchase code from here, come back to this website, paste in your purchase code and click on verify. Now once you do that, you will get this message, thank you for verifying this purchase. And after that, you can click on this link, begin installing plugins. Now select everything and basically tick mark over here, and this will select everything for you. Now these are all the different plugins that we are getting for free with this theme. So we have to install all these plugins. So once you tick mark everything, just click on bulk action, select install and click on apply. And once these plugins are successfully installed, you can click on this link at the bottom, return to required plugin installer. And after that, again, we have to select this thing. We have to click on tick mark over here, and this will select everything. Now under bulk action, we have to select activate and click on apply. So this will activate all the installed themes and plugins. Alright, so now as you can see, all the plugins are now successfully activated. Again, we can come back to our dashboard. Now once you install and activate these themes and plugins, and after that you can come back to your website, and if you refresh this website again, now as you can see, your website design is completely changed, and we already have these buttons, create a listing button, and this button, as you can see, your profile button. So a lot of things are already present. Now if I try to do one thing, if I try to click on this button or create a listing button, let's see what happens. Now as you can see, nothing happens over here. But what should happen if I click on this button, create a listing button on my demo website? I should see this page. Okay, create a listing page. But here when I do that, nothing happens because that page is not yet created. So now we have to create few pages, some important pages like, this page, create a listing page, dashboard page, because right now if I click on this user icon, I only get one option, logout option. And here in the demo website, if I click on that user icon, let me show you. If I click on this icon, here I get so many different options as you can see. So all these options are basically different pages. So we have to create all these pages like favorite page, insight page, board page, properties page, create a listing page. We have to create these pages and some more pages like your invoices page, membership page, packages and search page. So let's see how that is done. So again, come back to your dashboard. Now, first of all, you should do one thing. You should upgrade this theme to the latest version of 2.0. So to do that, you will see this appearance option, hover or appearance option, and you will get this link, upgrade 2.0. Click on that link. You will see this page. Simply click on this button, click here to update. And this thing will be updated. Now, as you can see, when I hover over appearance, that option is now not available, which means that we have successfully updated to the latest version. Now to create new pages, you simply have to click on pages. First of all, make sure you delete this sample page. This is just a sample page. We don't need this thing. Now let's start creating all the important pages. So to create a new page, you simply click on this button, add new button. Now the first page that I want to create is agencies page. So all the agencies that will sign up on your website, they will be displayed on this page. So simply give it a title of agencies, and now from the right hand side you will see page attribute. Under page attribute, just select this option, template all agencies. You'll see this option over here, template all agencies. Click on that option. Now simply publish this page. Now if you open this page in a new tab, right now it will be empty because there are no agencies created on our website. But in future, whenever someone will sign up as an agency on our website, all those agencies can be seen on this page. Now let's create another page. So come back to dashboard and let's click on add new. Let's create agents page. So we'll simply give it a title of agents. And now from the right hand side page attributes, we'll select template all agents. Click on publish. And when you open this page in a new tab, again, this will be empty because no agents are available or present on our website. But whenever in future, if anyone comes and signs up on your website as an agent, all those agents can be seen on this page. Now let's again come back to WordPress dashboard. So if you click on this W over here, and now we can click on add new, we can create a new page, a very important page, your dashboard page. So I'll just give it a title of board, which is your dashboard page. If you click on this and if you click on board, this is your dashboard page. So right now we are creating this page. So simply give it a title of board or dashboard, whatever you want. And now from the right hand side page attributes, select this option, houses CRM, which is over here. Select houses CRM, publish this page. Now if you open this page in a new tab, let's see what happens. You will get this page. Okay, if I come back to website, if I click on this icon, now as you can see under user, you get this new page that we just created, board page. If you click on that, you will see your board page. Now let's create some more pages. So come back to this page, click on dashboard, click on add new to add a new page. Let's create the compare properties page. So you can either give it a title of compare or you can just type in compare properties. And now from the right hand side page attributes, you have to select compare properties, which is over here. Select this option, publish this page. Now again, we don't have to again see this page. This is your compare properties page. Again, come back to dashboard, click on add new to add a new page, and let's create the complete order page. So whenever someone makes any payment on your website, this is the payment page. Okay, so I'll select the payment page option from here, page attribute. So here it is, payment page. I'll select this option, click on publish. Again, come back to dashboard, add a new page. Now let's create another very important page, which is your create listing page, which I've already shown you. If you click on this button right now, create listing, nothing happens. This page simply loads. Okay, this page simply reloads. Now if I create this page, create listing page, you can give it any title if you want. I'm just giving it a title of create listing. Now from the right hand side page attribute, you have to give it a title, or you have to select the template of user dashboard create listing. You'll see all this user dashboard option. From here, you'll see the bottom most option, user dashboard create listing. Select that option, click on publish. Now if I come back to this website, refresh it. Now first of all, if I click on this user link, now I get this option, create a listing. And if I click on this button, create a listing button, now as you can see, you have this page, create a listing page. So again, come back to your dashboard. Let's add some more pages. Click on add new. Let's add the page of favorite listing or favorite properties. So I'll just give it a title of favorite properties, and from the right hand side, we will select user dashboard favorite properties, which is over here, user dashboard favorite properties. Now simply publish this page. Again, if you come back to your website and if you click on this user icon, you will see this favorites option over here at the bottom. Let's add one more page. Let's add the insight page. So click on add new and give it a title of insights. And now from the right hand side page attribute under template, select user dashboard insight, which is over here. Click on publish, and similarly you can see the changes on the live website. I'll add one more page over here. In fact, a few more pages. Now this time it will be invoices page. So I'll give it a title of invoice or invoices, and under page template we'll select user dashboard invoices. Publish this page as well. Come back to your dashboard. Let's add another page and let's give it a title of membership info. Membership info, or any other title if you want. I'll give it a title of membership info. And now from the page attribute, right hand side page attribute, I'll select user dashboard membership info, and we will simply update and publish this page. Come back to your dashboard. Let's add another page. Let's add the my profile page. So I'll just give it a title of my profile. From the right hand side, user dashboard my profile, or just profile, user dashboard profile. Select this option and publish this page. Again, come back to your dashboard, and now let's create my properties page. So I'll give it a title of my properties, or you can just give it a title of properties if you want. And under page template, we'll select user dashboard, let's see, properties, user dashboard properties, and click on publish. Now we have created these pages. If you come back over here, refresh it. Now under this option, now as you can see, properties, insight, create listing, favorite, invoices, my profile, all these options are now present. We have few more pages to create. So again, come back over here, click on add new. Now let's create the packages page. So in future, if you want to create packages, different pricing packages, membership packages, those packages will display on this page. So under template, you just have to select packages, which is over here, packages. Select this option and publish this page as well. Now come back to your dashboard again. Let's add all properties page. So if you come back to your demo website, a page where you can see all the submitted properties. So if I show you this page, there are different styles for that page. I'll be using this simple design. So on this page, you can see all the submitted listings, all the submitted properties. So we'll come back over here. I'll just give it a title of all properties. Now there are several templates available. There are several styles available. The one that I'm using is this one, template listing grid version 1 full with 3 columns. Because here, as you can see, we are using these 3 columns. There are several options, several versions available, 2 columns, 4 columns, list style, with map, without map, with half map. The one which I'm using is this one, template listing grid version 1 or V1 full with 3 columns. Publish this thing. And now let's add 2 more pages. First, I want to add saved search page. Okay, just give it a title of saved searches or search. And from the right hand side template, we have to select the same options, saved search. Search, okay, this is search result. Scroll down, you will see user dashboard, saved search. Publish this page as well. Now let's create our final page, which is your search result page. So whenever someone searches for something, if they click on this button, search button, they will see this search result page. As you can see in the URL bar, it says search results. So this is your search result page. So I'll just give it a title of search result, or you can just give it a title of search if you want. And now from the right hand side template, you just have to select this template, search results template, and publish this page. Alright guys, so with this, all the pages that we needed to create or to use this website, we have created all the required pages. You just have to come to your website and refresh it. Now let's see if a person can create a listing from the front end or not. So anyone now can come to your website, they can click on this button, create a listing. Now when they try to create a listing, there are a few things that we have to set over here. For example, when they try to submit a property listing, they have to select what type of property it is. Now we haven't yet created any type, so they cannot select any type. They also have to select the status of that property type. So because we haven't created any status, they cannot select anything like that. Similarly, they have to select the label, but because we haven't created any label, they cannot select anything. So we have to create these types, status, label, and when the person, when an agent or the buyer or seller, whoever it is, when they try to submit a listing, they have to select these things that we have created. So let's see how we can create these types, labels, status, features, countries and states and everything. So for that, again, you will come back to your dashboard, and now you will see this real estate option at the left hand side, real estate, and under that you will see all the different options. Now let's start with type. So click on type. Now under type, I want to create two main types, two parent types of properties, commercial and residential. Now under commercial, there will be some more subtypes or some child categories, like we have shop and we have some more options like that. And under residential, you can create subcategories like flat, like house, like villa, those kind of categories. So let's create first two main categories or two basic categories or parent categories of commercial and residential. So I'll first create commercial. Now we have to upload an image for this. So this image will be displayed on the demo website. Let me show you. Here in the demo website, as you can see, when you scroll down to this section, your type section here, these images will be shown. So for apartment, for studio, for villa, for shop, these images will be set. Now all the images that I've used in this website to create this demo website, I'm giving all these images for absolutely free. So you'll see a link in the video description. If you click on that link, you will be redirected to my main website, blogdude.com. And as you can see over here, for every single website that I create these blogs. So if you click on that link, you will be redirected to a similar blog. And when you scroll down, you will see this link at the bottom, download free images. And you'll see this button over here. You simply have to click on this button, download button. After that, you will download a zip file. Let me show you a zip file like this. So it will be a zip file like this. You simply have to right click on that file and click on extract files. So that file will be extracted and you will see another folder called media folder. When you open that media folder, you'll see, as you can see, all these images are given to you for free. If you click on properties, images for different properties. If you click on types, images for different types. These images, floor plan images, the image which we have used in the home page, this image, all these images and some few pages layouts are also given. Then you'll also see a simple CSS file. So all these files are given to you for free. So again, I'm saying there is a link given in the video description. Simply click on that link. You will be redirected to a similar page, and here at the bottom, you will see download free images. Click on this download button and unzip that file. Now for the commercial, I want to upload this image. So I'll click on this. I will select this option, image, click on add media, upload files. And let me show you that under media, under type, because we are creating types. So I'll open this type folder, and here, as you can see, I've given all the names as well. So for commercial, I'll select this image, click on open, and I'll click on select. This image is now added. I'll click on add new type. So this was one type. Let's add another type, residential. So I'll just give it a type of I'll just give it a title or name of residential. Add any image. So I'll upload an image for that. Let me select this image over here. Click on open. Now click on select and click on add new type. So we have added two main types. Now I want to add some subtypes over here. If I show you this demo website, here if you select type, here as you can see, we have commercial, and under commercial I have office and shop, and then under residential I have apartment, condo, studio, these options. So under commercial, if I want to add these two options, office and shop, let me show you how you can do that. I can simply type in shop over here, and now we have to select this option as well, parent category. Under parent category, I'll select commercial. Let's give it an image. So this is shop, so I'll upload this shop image. Click on open, click on select, and simply add new type. Now as you can see, this shop is now below commercial or under commercial, and you have this dash before this thing, which means that this is subcategory to this commercial category. Now if I add office over here, again under parent category, make sure commercial is selected and you can add any image for office. So I'll add maybe this image for office. Let's see, this is the one. Select this, click on open. Again, click on this select option and click on add new type. Now let's add some type under residential. So under residential, we have apartment, villa, studio. So let me first add apartment. Now instead of parent category commercial, I'll select parent category residential. I'll give it some image. Let me just upload this image for apartment. Click on open. Again, click on select and click on add new type. And now as you can see, this apartment is under residential because this is a subcategory of residential. So similarly, you can go ahead and create some more types if you want. Now let's see how we can create different status. So you will see again under real estate, click on status. Now there can be different status like, for rent, for sale, for closers, for new construction, new listing, open house, resale. So you can create something like this. So we'll create two most common one, for rent and for sale. So I'll just give it a title of for rent. Now you don't have to select anything over here. Simply click on add new status. It is added. Another one for sale. Again, don't do anything. Just click on add new status and two status are now created. Now let's add and let's create some features. So under real estate, we have to select these features, and let me show you where these features will be displayed. If you open any single apartment or any single property, what all features are available in that property, you can see that like this features. And here as you can see, this property has air conditioning, refrigerator, washer, Wi-Fi, lawn, laundry, gym. So this property that is listed over here has inbuilt gym, has outdoor shower, window coverings, what all, any feature that you want to add. So maybe we'll add a feature of gym. I'll just give it a title of gym. And after that, we can just click on add new feature. You don't have to select anything like this. And after that, let's add another feature, maybe home theater. So I'll just enter the title of home theater. Again, we'll click on add new feature. And similarly, what all features you want to add like this, Wi-Fi, TV, cable, lawn. You can add all these features like this, very easy. And now let's see how we can create different labels. So to do that, again, you will hover over real estate and you will click on labels. Now labels can be something like this. So maybe this is an hot offer, open house, or this is sold. Once this property is sold, you can change the label of that property to sold. So let's add one label, hot offer. Just click on add new label. And if this property is sold, we can create a label for that, sold, and this label is now also added. Now we can create different countries, states and cities. So that is also very easy. Under real estate, you just have to first, obviously you'll create country. Then after that, you'll create states. And under those states, you can create cities if you want. So under country, I'll just add one country over here, India. And for countries also, you can give, different images. So I'll add a country, India. I'll add some image for this. So let's upload these images for countries as well. If you come over here under media, you'll see this folder, countries folder. Let me upload all these images at once. Maybe this is the image for India. So I'll select this image, click on select. This image is now added. And after that, I can simply click on add new category. So once you add this country, now we can create different states under this category. So for that, you will have to hover over real estate, click on state. And maybe I'll select this state, Maharashtra state, which is in India. So I'll give it a title of Maharashtra. And now which country has this state? So I'll select India. So this state is under India. And again, for this also, you can give some image. So maybe I'll select this image, click on set. And after that, click on add new state. So this is how you add country, state. And similarly, you can go ahead, you can create city under state. Not really required, but you can do that if you want. I guess now all these things were required before we create any listing. Now anyone can come to your website and now they can successfully submit listings because all the required things are now present. So if a person now comes to your website and they click on that button, create a listing button, they will see a similar page like this, they can now select the status, they can now select type, they can select label or anything, and they can now submit this property. Now there are two ways of submitting a property. Users and agents and sellers on your website, basically your customers will submit property from the front end, which is this place. They will submit the property from front end, and another place from where you can submit property. This is only for admin. Admin can submit property both from the front end and also from the back end. So if a person or if an admin wants to submit property from the back end, they will come over here, hover over real estate and click on new property, and they can submit the property from here from the back end. So now first let's see how a property can be submitted from here from the back end, and later on in this video we'll see how a property can be submitted from front end. So to add a new listing, what I'll do is I'll first open a single listing over here on this page. So we can save some time, we can simply copy paste everything from here. So maybe I'll select this listing. Okay, so this is the title. First of all, you have to add the title. So I'm giving it a title of Renovated Studios. I'll copy paste the title over here. Obviously you will not be copying pasting, you would be entering your own title, but I'm just doing this for tutorial purposes. Now after that, you can enter some description over here. So that description will show up like this. So I'll simply copy this dummy text from here and paste it over here under description. So this is where your description will come. Then when you scroll down, you have some more important information. First of all, the most important information about the price. So whether you're selling or you want this for rent, you can enter that price. So here this property is for sale for this amount. So I'll enter that amount over here. All right, and second price, if there is any second price. So here we have also given this second price, which is this price 3,700. Okay, and prefix, if there is some prefix before this price. So there is no prefix, but we do have this thing suffix over here after the price. So after the price, I want to say square foot, okay, or square feet. You can say it like this. So it will display like this. This is the main price, the price for which I want to sell this property. Then after that, this price says, this amount per square foot. Then after that, what is the area size? So if I scroll down, you can see the area size over here, 1200 square foot. So I'll enter that area over here. And after that, under postfix, I'll just type in square foot. And let's see what all option we have. Land area. So this is the carpet area. If it is some land area, you can enter, for example, land area is maybe 2000 square foot. Again, I'll enter that over here. Now, how many bedrooms? So here, as you can see, we have 4 bed, 2 bath and 1 garage. So I'll enter that over here, 4 bed, 2 bathrooms, 1 garage. And what is the size of that? So maybe it is 200 square foot. Now we have to enter the year built. So this was built in 2016. So I'll enter that same year over here. And if you want, you can also give some property ID to this. Not really important. Now the second option is map option. You can enter the address over here, the exact address of this particular property. So I'll just enter some location over here in Mumbai, and this is the exact location of whatever I have entered over here. Then after that, you can just, let's see if you have some more option. Do you want to hide the street view or not? You can select yes or not. And after that, we have property settings. So street address, you can enter that address. I'll just copy this address from here and paste it over here. And if you want, you can also mark this property as featured property, and featured properties will display. I've already shown you on the home page. Now we have to enter the zip code. So I'll just copy and paste it over here. Now let's add some media, which is these images at top. So I'll again come back over here, click on add media, and now let's upload these images. So this will be present under properties. Let me upload all these images, maybe not all, maybe let's upload 6 images from here. And you can see all these images are getting uploaded. Once these images are uploaded, you can just select this option and you can tick mark all these images. For example, I just want these 6 images, and after that you can click on this select option. These images are now added. If there is a video for this property, you can just enter the video URL over here, YouTube or Vimeo, whatever video URL. And if there is any 360-degree virtual tour, you can enter that code over here, iframe code. Now contact information. How should the contact information be displayed? Author info, agent info. I'm just selecting author info for now. Now slider option. So you can select this option. Yes, we are not doing slider thing over here. So basically if you select slider option, you might have seen that slider on the homepage, but we are not doing it over here. Now you can leave this sub listing, come to floor plans. So if you have any floor plans option like this, let me show you. Like this, you can enter that detail over here as well. So title over here says first floor. Maybe if there are multiple floors available. Now under bedroom, you can enter either the number of bedrooms, or you can enter it like this, the size of bedroom, and like this. So maybe I'll just enter this size and not number. So I'll enter this number over here. For bathroom, it is maybe 250 square foot. Then for the price, so price over here, as you can see, is $1650 in dollars, and I'll enter square foot. Plan size is 1267, and plan image. So this is the plan image. If you click on this, this is the plan image. So I can click on this option. I can upload these images as well. Okay, like this, I can upload this image, and I'll select maybe this image. Click on select. You can add one more, just click on add more, and you can add multiple floor plans. Now, if there are any documentation related to this, any affidavit or any documentation, whatever documentation is valid in your country, you can upload those documentations from here, PDF file or whatever file it is. All right, maybe let me just upload some images. And after that, private note, you can now leave these things. These are not really important. These all information till here. Till floor plans were really important. Then when you scroll down, you can also give some additional information like over here. If I scroll down, let me show you. A user can give some additional information. For example, this person says this person wants a deposit of at least 20% or down payment of 20%. Then we have pool size, any custom information basically. So I'll select maybe 300 square foot, just like this. And some more information if you want, you can select these information. Now at the right hand side, you have to click on this document option, and here you have to select whether this is for rent or sale. So this is for sale. If there are any features, these features available, gym and home theater, maybe yes. So I'll select these options. Label, I'll select hot offer. Country, India. State, Maharashtra. No city is given, so I can add a city from here. I can click on add new city, and I can just select Mumbai from here. Now area and all, you can just leave them. You can give your featured image. So I'll maybe select this image as my featured image and click on set featured image. And now rest everything is fine. You can simply publish this property, and this is how your property will look like. Let's see. Okay, so if you open this page, property page, in a new tab, and if you see this error, page not found, you can simply go to your WordPress website, your dashboard, hover over settings, click on reading. Not reading, click on permalinks. Under settings, click on permalinks. Now make sure you have selected post name and click on save changes. Let's see again. If I come over here, if I try to open this link, click on view property, open this link in a new tab. Now you won't get any such problem. Now you can easily see this property page, and this is how it looks like. Okay, as you can see. Now later on in this video, I'll show you how to change this style. This is the default style where we have this contact information wherein a person can contact the property, whoever has listed this property. And if a person clicks on this, they can see all the images and all. This is the default style. There are several styles available, which I have shown you in the introduction. Later on in this video, I'll show you how those styles can be changed. And here, as you can see, property documents can be downloaded, address, details, some additional details, features, floor plan. If you see this floor plan, mortgage calculator, now total amount, down payment. The total amount, everything is already entered. So this is the total amount, and this amount is already entered over here. And down payment, if you give this much down payment, this much interest rate. So this mortgage calculator is also present over here. Now later on, obviously, as I've said you earlier, we will see how to change the style of this thing. Alright, so right now what I've shown you is how you as an owner or the admin of the website can create this listing from the backend. Now let me show you how a customer or an agent or a property owner can come to your website, how they can create an account on your website, how they can submit the listing, and what happens after they submit the listing, and also how you can make some money with the featured listing. So let's see how those thing works. So for that, what I'll do is I'll copy this website link and I'll open this in some other browser. So let me open this in this Microsoft Edge browser. I'll open this website in this browser. Now here, as you can see, whenever we open this thing, this is how right now the website looks like. Now if the customer wants, they can click on this button, create a listing, and after that they will see this page. Now what I want to do is, first I want to give them an option to sign up or to log in. Right now they don't have that option over here. Okay, so let's see first how we can enable that option. So for that, you will come back to your dashboard. Here you will see at top theme options, and you can see the same option over here at the bottom left corner. Okay, at the left hand side you have these options, and at the bottom of that you will see the option theme option. So you can use either this one or this one at the top. Now select this theme option, and under that select property detail. Now here you will see this option, login and register. Click on this option, and here as you can see we have the option for login and register. So yes, I want to enable login. I also want to enable register, and I want to, and now what all option do you want to give when a person wants to register? For example, you can ask them their first name, their last name, their phone number. If you want, you can enable these options as well. I don't want to enable this. User can type the password. So yes, select yes, so that user can type in their own password. If you select no, what happens is a person will create an account, and they will receive an email, and they have to click on that email, and that email will have a password. So your website will give them password. I don't want that option. So if you select yes, user can set their own passwords. Now front end users can register as an agent or as agency. Yes, I want to enable this option. And I also want to show this option. A person can sign up on my website either as an agent or even as an agency. So you can select this much, and you can simply click on save changes. Now you can do one thing. You can come over here, and under login and register you'll see user roles. Click on that option, and we want to enable this registration form, and we also want to enable user roles on register form. So enable this thing as well. Now a person can sign up as an agent, as an agency, as an owner, as a buyer, as a seller, and also as a manager. If you want to disable some option, for example, if you want to disable this manager option, you can simply tick mark this option, and this option will be disabled. After that, again simply click on save changes. Now if you come back to your website and if you refresh your website, now here as you can see, still we don't get any options. Still a person can simply click on this button, create a listing, and they will see this page. What I want to do is I want to enable the option wherein a person first have to register on the website, and only then they can create a listing. I want to give that option. So for that we have to do few more things. For that you have to again come back to your theme options, and here you'll see this option, membership option, which is over here. Click on this membership. And here you have to select this option, enable paid submission. Make it yes. If you want, you can select this option. You can make it membership. You can make it per listing. If you select per listing, the person, whoever is submitting property listing, they will have to make payment on your website for every single listing. So for example, if you set submission price to $10, they will have to pay $10 for submitting their listing. Not recommended, because if you set that thing, no one will come and submit listing on your website. Now the one that I would recommend you to select is this one, free but pay for featured. So in this, what happens is they can submit the listing for free, but if they want to make their listing as featured listing, if they want their listing to be featured on your homepage and on other pages, they will have to make the payment so that their listing will get more visibility. So here you can also set an expire date. If you want, you can set the currency, in which currency you want to accept the payment, and you can set the feature price, for example, $10. Now after that, you have to select this option, PayPal Stripe option. Instead of Sandbox, you have to select live. And after that, again, you have to click on save changes. Now, because we are selecting or we are accepting payments over here, we have to set payment options. So for that, you have to click on payment gateways, and here First of all, first option is PayPal settings. So click on PayPal. If you want to enable PayPal, click on enable, and now you will have to enter your details. So for that, you have to go to paypal.com. Now, once you log into your PayPal account, you will have to go to this link, developer.paypal.com/developer/applications, because here now we have to create these things, client ID and client secret. So for that, you have to come over here and you have to create a new app. So to create a new app, you will simply click on create app, and make sure before that, if I come back, let me show you one thing. Make sure over here live is selected. Okay, make sure this option is selected, live option. After that, click on create app. Now you have to give your application some name. So let's name it houses. And after that, simply click on create app. Now this app will be created and you will get your client ID and secret. Copy your client ID from here, paste it under client ID, copy your client secret and paste it under client secret, and enter your PayPal email address. Once you enter these information, simply click on save changes. Now you can do one thing, you can also enable Stripe option. So if you click on Stripe settings, enable this option, and here you can also enable your Stripe option. So for that, you have to go to dashboard.stripe.com, and over here at the left hand side, you will see developers, and under developers, you will see API keys. Over here, you have to copy your API key from here. So this is your publishable key. Copy your publishable key from here, paste it under publishable key. Make sure there's no extra space over here. Then after that, copy your secret key. You have to click on this option, reveal secret key. They will ask you your password sometimes. Click on continue. Now copy your secret key, paste it over here under your secret key, and click on save changes. And with this, all the settings related to membership and accepting payments is now completed. Again, if you come back to this browser and if you refresh this page, now as you can see, you get this option. If you click on this icon, now you can log in or you can register. So maybe I want to register with a new account. I'll enter my username over here. Whatever email address you want, you can enter your email address. And after that, you can set a password for yourself. So I'll simply type in some password over here. And you have to select the account type. So your login or you're registering as an agent, as an agency, owner, buyer, seller. So maybe I'm registering as a seller. After that, you can tick mark over here and click on register. Once you click on register, as you can see, it says your account is created and you can now log in. So I can go back to login option and I can enter my username over here, password, and click on login. Now you will be logged in successfully, and you can now click on create a listing. Now you can enter all the details. Now I don't want to waste your time and my time, because I've already shown you how to create a listing. So everything is same. The only difference is instead of back end, we are doing everything over here in the front end. So I'll enter only the required fields, which is this title, something in the content, select the type to maybe office, status for sale, hot offer, then price, whatever price you want to ask, select that price. And after that, just click on next. This is multi-step. If you want to change the style of this option, you can come over here. This is the multi-step. As you can see, that was step 2. Then you have to go to step 3. If you want to change the style of this, you can click on add new property option under theme options. And instead of multi-steps, you can select one step. So you will get all the details in one single page. So you can do that as well if you want. Now here you can upload media related to this property. So let me upload few images over here. Click on open. And after that, if you also have some video related to this property, we have already seen these things, how this thing work, but you can also, follow the same procedure. And after that, click on next. Then you have to enter how many bedrooms, how many bathroom, what is the size of the property, whatever the option is. And after that, click on next, or what all features are available in this property. Then again, click on next, enter your address, the exact location of this property. And you can also use this option to drop this marker on the exact location of the property. And after that, click on next and next again. And finally, floor plans. If you have floor plans option, you can enter that detail. Click on next. Sublisting, we don't want to do anything over here. Click on next. And what information do I want to display under contact information? I can select author info. Click on next. No private note. And here you have to, if you have not already created an account, you can create an account from here, just enter username, enter your email address and click on submit property. If you have already created an account, you can click on login. Now you can enter your login details and now you can click on submit property. Now as you can see, login successfully, redirecting, and now they have redirected you, and here it says submitted successfully and you're redirected to your dashboard. As you can see, customer dashboard. Now if you click on properties, you'll see you have submitted this property, but still it is pending. So whenever a customer, an agent or seller, they will submit this property, it will not automatically display on your website. First, you have to approve that listing. Let me show you how you can do that. So you as an admin, you'll have to come over here under real estate, click on properties. You'll see a new property is submitted over here, and right now it is pending. If you want to approve it, you can click on this approve button and this listing will be approved. And if this customer again comes and refreshes this page, now as you can see, it says approve. And now if this person wants, they can upgrade to featured. They can click on this option or upgrade to featured, and they can make payment through PayPal or Stripe. And after they make the payment, their listing will be featured on the home page. So maybe they want to make payment through Stripe, click on complete payment. They will enter the name, address, and after that they will select the country and they will click on payment info. They will enter the card details over here and they can simply click on pay now and they can make the payment. As you can see, the payment is successful. And after that, they will be redirected over here, and now this thing will be completed. Their property will be marked as featured property. So this is how this entire process works. Now let me cancel or cut this page. Alright, so with this, all the crucial settings, all the options are now completed. Now we know how you can submit a property, and now we are also sure, because we have seen live on this, you have seen live on my screen. I've shown you that now a customer can also come to your website and they can create an account and they can submit the property and they can also make payment. You will receive that payment in your PayPal or Stripe account. Now let me show you how you can design this website, because right now if someone goes to your website, they will see a page like this. So let me show you how you can now create home page, other pages, and how you can design this website, because right now the design also doesn't look that great. Here it looks this blue color, the design looks really boring. Here in the demo website, the design looks much better. So let's see how we can create this home page and how we can design it like this. Now to create your home page or to create any page, you will come back to your dashboard, click on pages, and we have already seen we have created so many pages. Now to create a new page, we'll click on add new. Now we'll give it a title of home, and now we'll select this option. Now let me not select any option. First, let me just publish this page. Now if you publish your page and if you see this in a new tab, let's see how it looks. This is how your home page will look like. Now we have to do some changes, because in the home page, if you see the demo home page, we don't have any title or anything over here. Here we have this title, and our section is this small section. The content section, if you can see this white section, we have this small white section. At the right hand side, we have some gap for sidebar. I don't want any sidebar on my home page. I don't want this title. I don't want this breadcrumb. So I have to disable these things. So for that, we have to do few things. First of all, we have to change the template. So under template, I'll select this option, houses page builder, which is over here, houses page builder. Select this option, click on update. Again, if you come back to this page and refresh it, now as you can see, we have nothing in between. We just have the header, we have the footer, and in between the content is completely empty. So now we can create our own content. So that is much better. Now there is one more problem over here. If you see your URL bar here, it says your website name /home, which simply means that this is not yet your home page. If you click on this icon or if you click on your logo, website logo, you'll see you're redirected to this website or this page. So basically what it means is you have just created a regular page, and just by naming it home, it does not become your home page. So we have to set this page as our official home page. So let's see how we can do that. So again, come back to your dashboard, and here you can now hover over settings, which is over here, and now click on this option, reading. And over here you can see your home page right now displays your latest post. I want to display a static page, so I can select this option, a static page, and under home page I can select the page that we have just created, this home page title. Click on this save option, save changes option. If I again come back to this page and refresh it, now as you can see that /home is gone, and even if I click on this logo, I'm still on the same page, which means that this page is now my official home page. So I can again click on pages, Now I can click on this home, and here now as you can see, besides this home page, here it says front page. Okay, now which means that setting has now completed. Now click on this edit button. Here you will see this button, edit with Elementor. Click on this button. So to design this website, we are using Elementor. Now first let me explain you what is this Elementor and how this thing works. So Elementor is basically a page builder. Page builder is something that will help you to create your pages of your website. And to do that, you don't have to do any coding or anything. You can just use these elements which are at the left hand side. Let me show you and let me explain you how this thing works. First of all, to create any website, all the different pages in the website are divided into several sections. For example, here if you see, this is your first section, hero section. Then after that, this is your second section. Then this is your third section. Then this section is your fourth section. So every page is divided into different sections. So here in Elementor, we have to first create a section, and how you'll do that? You'll click on this red plus button. You will select how many columns you want in this section. For example, if you want 2 columns, you'll select this 2 columns. Now at the left hand side, if you want to see those elements, you can either click on this button, this plus button, you will see those elements, or you can do one thing, you can click on this logo, this icon, this 9 dots icon. Click on this icon and you will see these elements again. Now you have to use these elements to design this website. For example, if you want to display, if you want to create a button, you can simply drag and drop this button element over here. And now as you can see, we have this button over here. Now you can go ahead and design this button. For example, if you want to change the background color to maybe this red color, you can do that. You can change the typography. You can make some changes in the padding, in the border and everything. Again, if you want to come back to elements, you will come back over here. Suppose this time if you want to use icon, drag and drop this icon now at the right hand side. You can change the icon, you can change the color. So for every single element, you will get 3 options: content, style and advanced. Under content, you have to change the content. So basically change the title, change the icon. If it is an icon, give some link. Under style, you can change the style, like the color, the size, font family, all those things. And under advanced things, you can do some more things, like you can give it some animation like this, fade in or fade in right. You can give some animation, you can give some padding, margin, z-index, CSS ID, responsive, attribute, border, background. You can do all these advanced things. So this is how this thing works. Now I'll cut this thing, and now let me show you how you can create this first very simple section, your first section. So to create this section, I'll click on this plus button. Now in this section, I want 3 columns. I'll explain you why I'm selecting 3 columns. Just select this 3 column option and click on this. Now here as you can see, we have 1 column, middle column and this right column. Now the reason I selected this option is because if you see this thing is, the width of this entire section is pretty small, and we have decent amount of gap at left hand side and right hand side as well. So what I'm doing over here is I'll be changing the width of left and right column, and I'll be entering content only in the middle column. If you don't understand anything, don't worry. The moment I do these changes, you will understand it much better. So first of all, to change the width of the column, you can simply bring your cursor over here and you can do it like this. Okay. So maybe for the left column, I want to change this width to maybe 17%. All right. And after that, I'll increase the width of this middle column to maybe 65. All right. Now, as you can see, we have a very small gap at left and also very small gap at right. Now, I'll be entering my content only in the middle column so that it will look something like this. Now, here I want to enter this title and this subtitle. So to enter this thing, we have an element. So click on this 9 dots icon and search for that element called section title. Here it is. Bring this section title in the middle column. Now enter your title. So in this case, our title is welcome to houses or welcome to whatever your website name is. And this is our subtitle. So you can enter whatever your subtitle is. Okay, so this is the default style. Now let's see how we can change the style of this section or this element. So go to style. First of all, I want to change the typography. So I'll select this option. The default typography which is used in this website is Roboto, but the default one or the one font family that I want to use is Poppins. So I can click on this font family and I can search for Poppins. And this is the font family that I'll be using throughout the website. So I'm selecting this Poppins. Now I also want to increase the size. So I'll make it 42. You can increase or decrease the weight. For example, if you want to make it bolder, you can select 900. If you want to make it very thin, very light, you can select 100 like this. I want to make it middle, or I want to keep it normal, so I'll make it 500. Then after that, this is it for this option. Now I can also do one thing. I can do some changes to the subheading or subtitle. So here you have this option, section subtitle. For this also, I want to make it, or maybe for subtitles and for subheadings, we'll keep it Roboto. Okay, so I'll keep it Roboto, and I will just increase the size of this thing to 20 pixels. So this is how it will look like. Now, whenever you do any changes on your website, you should always update this page. So click on this green update button whenever you do any changes on your website. Now I want to do one thing. As you can see, we have this column is, this section is a little bit bigger. So I want to give it a height to this section. So if you want to make some changes to the entire section, you will see this button over here. If you follow my mouse cursor, you will see this edit section option. If you follow my mouse cursor, this 6 dots icon, you can click on this edit section, and now at the left hand side, you'll see edit section option. If you don't see this option, this edit section option, you can click on this option. At the bottom left, you have this icon, and when you hover over that icon, it says navigator. Click on navigator, and now as you can see, navigator will give you the layout of the website that you're creating. For example, here what is happening is we have a section. In that section, we have 2 columns. In this 3 columns, as you can see, 1, 2, 3 columns, and in the middle column, we have this section title. When you click on section title at the left hand side, you will see settings related to section title. If you click on column at the left hand side, now it will give you settings related to edit column. So if you don't get this edit section option, you can simply click on this section option. And now at the left hand side, as you can see, it says section option, edit section option. So first of all, let's give it a height. So I want to select this option height, and I'll select this option minimum height. And now as you can see, it has given it a height. And instead of 400, I want to give it a height of 600. All right. And let's also give this image, let's also bring this image in the background. So if you want to bring that image in the background, go to style, and you can see this background option. You can add some color in the background if you want, like, these colors. And if you want to add this image in the background, you can select this image, upload your own image. So I think I've given you this image over here, Miami Beach. Select this image, click on open. Click on insert media, and you will see this image over here. You can do some changes in the image. For example, you can change the position, bottom center, bottom right. I want to make it center. And after that, I want to change this size to cover. All right. So this is how it will look like. Now the image is very light image, as you can see. So the text on that image is not properly displayed. So I can do one thing. I can add some overlay on this image so that the image becomes darker. Let me show you how that is done. So for that, you can click on this background overlay, and you can select any color, or you can, select any image overlay as well. I want to keep it simple. I want to select the background overlay color of black. And now as you can see, the images become automatically this dark image. And blend mode, instead of normal, I'll make it multiply. So this is how this thing looks like. Now, okay, I see that the overlay color we have used over here is blue color. So let's select this blue color. And now as you can see, this is how it will look like. I can select even darker blue color if I want, like this one. And you can also control the opacity like this. If you want to make it lighter or darker, you can control the opacity as well. I'll select maybe 0.65. And now because we have a darker background, we can make the text lighter. So click on this text title, and let's change the color of this text. So main title will make it white, and for subtitle also we'll make it white. All right. Click on update. Now below main title, if you want, you can give some space, so that if I add 20, now as you can see below this title, we have some space. Now again, click on update. Now let's see how we can create this search form. So that is also very simple. For that, we'll add, or we'll create a new row. So click on this option, add new row or add new section. And this time I want a single column. So I'll select this one column option. And inside this thing, I'll search for search builder, which is over here, search builder. Just drag and drop this search builder in this column. Now this is the default style of this search builder. You can see so many different options are used over here. Cities, property type, bedrooms, bathrooms, maximum amount or maximum area, all these options. I just want to use 4 options: city, property type, property status, and max price. So I'll delete this bedroom, bathroom, minimum price, and I want to keep this maximum price, but all the other things I'll delete it. Okay, so I have 4 options and I have this search button. And I also want to display these labels which are given at top. As you can see, cities, property type, these are labels. Right now it is not displaying the label. So I can show the labels. Here you have the label option. Just click on show. Now as you can see, it will display these labels. Now right now it is not displaying these tabs at top. So if you want to display these tabs, you can click on tabs. Select this tabs option, for example, for rent, for sale. If you had created more status, you could select more option, and make sure to select show so that it will show this option over here at top. And for show all text, I want to change this text to all status. As you can see here, it says all status. So here after all, I'll type in this thing. All right, now click on update. Now let's see how we can style this thing. So to style this thing, click on the style option and let's start with label. So here we have this label option. The color of the label, I want it black. So here as you can see these colors, and I want to change the style. So I'll change the typography. I'll change the font family to Poppins. So this will make all these things Poppins, and I want to make it a little bit lighter. So I'll make it 500. Okay, so now this looks much better. I also want to do one thing. I want to make everything capital letters or uppercase, as you can see. So if you want to make it uppercase, you can select this option. Style or transform, select transform and make it uppercase. Now as you can see, everything is now uppercase. You can also increase or decrease the size. So if you want to make it smaller, I'll make it maybe 12 pixels. Then after that, I want to do one more thing. I want to change the background color to this white color. As you can see, this background color is changed to this white color. So I can select this option, background color, and make it white. And now as you can see, I don't know if you can see this properly or not. The background color is now changed to this white color. I also want to add some padding, some space from all sides. So under padding, I can type in 30 pixels. And now as you can see, let me show you here, 30 pixels space is added from all sides. So this is how this thing works. I also want to give some border radius, of very light border radius of 4 pixel. Border radius is this thing. If you add border radius, it will make the corners, circular like this, rounded like this. So this is what border radius does. If I increase this thing, it will make it more circular. I don't want to do that. Later on in this video, for more styling option, I'll show you more about border radius. Now you can also add some shadow box shadow. I want to do this thing. If I first just keep on seeing over here, when I click on this pencil button, you'll see that shadow effect over here. If I click on this, now you can already see that shadow effect over here. You can do some changes from here. I don't want to do some changes. I think this looks perfect. Now let's style the fields. So click on fields, and again for typography, I want to make it Poppins. So that is the only thing that I want to change. So it will change the style of these things, these placeholders. Then select this tab option, which is this tab style. This settings related to these tabs, all status, rent, for sale, these settings. Okay. So first of all, again for this also typography will be Poppins. So font family, I'll select Poppins. And after that, let's do some more changes over here. I want to change the background color from here. So instead of this blue color, now this color, I'll be using this color throughout my website. So I'll bring this thing over here. Let me show you the color code. Now, okay, first let me explain you what I just did. So if you go to any website and if you like some color or anything, and if you want to copy the same color code, you can use this free Google Chrome, Chrome extension. So to use this thing, you can go to Google and search for ColorZilla Chrome extension. Click on this first link. And now here for me, it says remove from Chrome because I've already added this extension. For you, it should say add to Chrome. So click on that add to Chrome button and this extension will be added to your Chrome browser. Now, if you want to copy any color, you can simply click on this, color picker and bring your mouse cursor wherever you want, whichever color you want to copy, and just click on that. So it will automatically copy that color code for you. And now wherever you want to paste, go there and simply paste in that color. So as you can see, I've pasted in this color. Now you can do one thing, because I'll be using this color, again and again throughout the website. I can, add this color in my color palette. So I can paste in this color and I can click on this plus button. And now as you can see, this color is added to my color palette. So next time, whenever I want to use it, I can simply click on this color. It will select this color for me. Now I want to change the padding for this. For example, here right now padding, all similar padding is added from all sides. I can make it 0 first of all. Now no padding is available. Now for top and bottom, I want to make 10, and for left and right, I want to make 25 like this. Okay, now this looks much better. And I also want to add some margin from left and right. So maybe 1 pixels margin from left and right. So this will add this gap in between these things, if you can see this thing. And I want to make this thing a little bit transparent. If you can see this thing, these two tabs are transparent, little bit transparent, as you can see. So if you want to make this thing transparent, you can select this option, this background color option, and here you can select the bottom thing. If you decrease it like this, it will make it transparent. So I'll make it something like this. All right. Now we want to do one thing. I want to bring this thing, this entire section over here at top, so that, you know, it looks something like this. So for that, we have to decrease some margin. So again, click on this option, edit section for this bottom section, go to advanced and first delink this thing. Now under top margin, we have to delete some space from top so that it, you know, this thing will be pulled up. So to do that, I'll add top padding, top margin of 127, and before 127, I'll add minus sign. And now as you can see, this is become up. If I see this thing, this is how it looks like. Now let's also do the changes to this button color blue. So I'll go back to style, click on this form first of all. And here is the button option. Select the background color and select this color. Okay. And when you hover over this, I want the same color, but a little bit darker color. Okay. Now as you can see, when I hover over this button, it becomes a little bit darker. Click on update. Alright, so as you can see with this, your first section is now 100% completed. Now let's start creating the second section. Alright guys, now to create the second section, we'll have to add another row. So click on this button, add new section, and let's see how many columns do we need. We just need one column for now, and after that we'll add multiple columns. So for now, just select this first option, single column, and in this we want to add this title and subtitle. So for that, again, we'll go back to this option, elements option, and we'll search for section title, drag and drop this option over here. And here you will see this option. Now let's add the title, which is this option, welcome to houses, or whatever title you want to add, just add that title and also add this subtitle. Now let's design this thing. So we'll go back to style, and as I've said you earlier, for title, mostly I'll be using Poppins. So I'll change this font family to Poppins, and let's increase this size to 35 pixels. Now, if you want, you can make it a little bit lighter. Instead of 500, you can make it 400, and this is how it will look like. Now for the subtitle, I'll keep it Roboto. I won't change this thing, and the rest everything looks fine. Subtitle looks awesome. Then after that, we'll have to use image boxes. Now here, as you can see, we have 3 different columns. So for that, we'll have to add this element, inner section element. So drag and drop this thing over here. By default, it will add you 2 columns. For example, here is 1 column, here is another column. We want 3 columns over here. So to do that thing, we have to add a new row. So right click over here under edit column. If you hover over this option, this black option, here it says edit column. So right click over here, click on add new column. Now as you can see, we have 3 equal size columns. In this, we want to add this image box. So again, come back to elements, and here you have to search for image box, which is over here. Simply drag and drop this option over here. Now let's add the content, or let's change the content. First option I want to add is this renting option. I'll give it a title of renting, and I'll add some content over here. Then after that, we can also upload this image. So I'll click on this image, and let's select any image from here. Click on insert media. This is how right now by default it will look like. Let's do some changes. Let's do some styling to this thing. So we'll go to style. And first of all, you can control the spacing, and also I want to increase the spacing to 30. So it will add some space below this image. Okay, as you can see here, it says image. Below image, it will add 30 pixels. Now we can control the width. This looks pretty small. I want to make this image big, so I can increase the width to 100%. And now as you can see, this image is a little bit bigger. In fact, a lot bigger than what it was earlier. You can also give some animation when you hover over this. When you bring your mouse cursor on this image, you can give some animation like this. So under hover animation, I'll select pulse shrink. Now as you can see, this is how it will look like, or maybe just shrink. Okay, this is how it will look like. Now let's change the settings related to content. So click on content, and first of all, we have the title. Okay, this title. So we'll select this option, and let's see the title over here. We'll change the color to black if it is not already black, and we'll change the typography. So under typography for title, I'll make it Poppins. So just select Poppins from here. Now size looks fine. I just want to change the width, the weight to 400, just to make it a little bit smaller. And after that, we have some more option related to description. So I think description already looks good. We don't have to do any changes over here. Now we have some more options. If you see over here, if you go to advanced, we can add some padding. Now what is this padding? If you see from all sides about this image, right side and left side, and also below over here, we have some padding, some space, some gap. So we'll add padding of 30 pixels from all sides. Now as you can see, it is shrinked and it is brought inside 30 pixels. Now we can also change the color of the background. So we can go to background and we can make it white color, and this is how it will look like. When you change this thing, you can also give shadow so that it will look much better. So for that, you will select this option, border option, and you will add box shadow. Now let's see how it looks. And now as you can see, this is how it will look like. If you hover over this, this is how this thing will look like. Now we can also do few more things. First of all, we can add radius. So let me first see this thing. Yeah, we can add radius. So what this radius will do is, here right now you will see these corners are pretty sharp. It will make it circular. It will make it rounded. And I don't want to increase. If you increase it very high, for example, if you make it 50, let's see, you can see this is how it will look like. I don't want to make it 50. I just want to make it 4 pixels. Now, once you have created your first image box, you don't have to repeat the same process again. You can save a lot of time. Simply click on this image, right click on this image box, click on copy, right click over here, paste, right click over here, paste. Now, as you can see, we have saved a lot of time. Now to do changes in the second option, simply click on second option, change the image. Instead of this image, maybe this image. Then after that, title, what is this title? Title over here says buying. So instead of this title, I'll give it this title. Rest everything remains same. Now I also want to do one thing below, between all these columns, there is a lot of gap, but here there is very little gap between these columns. So if you want to increase this gap, select this option, edit inner section, and column gap, select white. Now as you can see, we have a decent amount of gap between all these columns. This looks much better. And also I want to add some padding over here at top and also at bottom. So I'll select this option, the main row edit section, go to advanced, and let's add padding of 60 pixels from top and 60 from bottom. Now this looks perfect. So once you do these changes, you can always update this page. And now let's create a third section, which is this section, very similar section. So what I can do is I can actually simply copy paste this thing. I can right click over here on this edit section, click on copy, right click over here, click on paste. This will save us a lot of time because we don't have to do styling for these things. I'll copy this title, come back over here and just replace this title with this one. Copy and replace the subtitle as well if you want. So as you can see, we have saved a lot of time. We don't have to do styling for the title. We don't have to enter these paddings at top and bottom. I don't want this image box over here, so I can delete this entire section. And now I can add these options, featured listing over here. So if you want to add these listings, you can come back to this page and you can search for this option, property card carousel. So if I search for card carousel, there are several options, several styles available. The one style, the style that we are using over here is the version 2. So select this option, property cards version 2. Drag and drop it over here. Now this is how it will look like. All the options will be displayed over here. If you want, you can do some changes. First of all, what changes we want to make? We want to change the style and we want to make it Poppins, these fonts and everything. So property title, I'll select this option. I'll make it Poppins and I'll increase the size a little bit. I'll make it 18 pixels, just a little bit. All right. Now I want to hide these two things. If you see, if you see over here right now at bottom, it is not displaying the username and R. So I want to hide these two things from here. So I can go back to content. Here you have this tab, show hide data. Select that and hide these two things, hide date and agent. Just make it yes, and that thing will now be hidden. Now you can click on update. Now you can go to style and you can do some more changes to these things. For example, if you want to increase the size of these icons or size of this address on all color and style of those, you can do that as well. Now what all things or what type of data or what type of listing do you want to display over here? I want to display maybe only featured listings. So I can go back to content and over here you can go to filter and select type. Let's see, not type, I think, yeah, here it is, featured properties. You can select only featured. When you select only featured listings will be displayed over here. All right. So with this, your second section or your third section is also now completed. So as you can see, once you create 1 or 2 sections, all the other sections become pretty easy because you just have to copy paste everything. Then when you scroll down, okay, I just noticed one thing. We are getting this option, load more option. This is a simple thing. I don't want to use this simple thing. Actually, I wanted to use carousel. So if you search for carousel, I wanted to use property card carousel version 2. When you select carousel, you will select this option. You will get this slider type of thing. So settings are all same. You have to follow the same procedure, but only instead of that thing, you have to use this carousel thing. Now again, you can just go ahead, hide these things. You can make it pop in similarly. Okay, click on update. Now let's create the next section, which is your inquiry form section. Again, pretty easy section. So I'll come over here. I'll add a new row. And this time again, we have to add 3 columns. So I'll select this option, 3 columns. As you can see, we have 1 column, another column. In the third column, we have this form. Now I want to do one thing. I want to decrease the size or the width of column 1 and 2. I want to make it a little bit thinner like this one. And for column 3, as you can see, this is pretty wider. So I can change the width. For column 1, I can click on edit column. I can make it 30%. Column 2 will also be 30%. And column 3 will automatically be 40% because 30, 30, 60 plus 40 is 100. So the total amount should be 100. Now, first of all, we have these things these things might look a little bit technical for you, but these are really simple. You will see that very soon. First of all, this is the same thing that we are using, section title. So inside this, I want to add section title. I'll copy it, paste it over here, or just drag and drop. I just want to add the title. I don't want to add the subtitle. As you can see, only title is added over here. Now I'll go to style, and you can do few more things over here. For example, first of all, I will make it left align, not center align, because this is aligned towards left. Now this font family is a little bit different. So if you want this font family, you can select this section title, and instead of Roboto, you can select for this option, LoRa, L-O-R-A. Let me select that again. This is the option that we want to use. So this is how it will look like. You can also increase the size to 31, and I want to increase the line height, which means that if you see the line, the space between both the lines is very little. So I'll make it 1.6 under line height. And now as you can see, space between the lines is now increased. Now you can simply click on update. I also want to do one thing. I want to add some space below this thing, below this title. So you'll see this option, main title margin bottom. Under this thing, type in 15 pixels. Okay, now this will add some space at bottom. Again, click on this update button. Then after that, we have this simple divider. So to add this divider, we'll search for an element called divider. Bring it over here, just drag and drop this thing over here, solid, which is fine. The divider size should be smaller, so not 100%, only 30%. And I don't want any gap, so I'll go to style. And here you'll see gap is 15, I'll make it 0. And for color, I'll change this to white. Maybe later on when we add this image and color in the background, after that we can change the color. For now, let it be black. Now let's add another title over here. First of all, let's add this number. So for this, again, I'll search, maybe this time I'll just search for simple title. Just heading, simple heading. Just select this simple heading. Whatever number you want to type in that number, go to style. And whatever, text you want LoRa, you want Roboto, Poppins, whatever font family you want, you can select that option. I'm selecting this. You can change the size and everything if you want. I can make it maybe a little bit bigger. Let's select 40 and let's make it 500 or maybe 400. Looks better. Then after that, we have the same title and subtitle. So I'll copy this, come back to elements, search for section title, bring it over here at bottom, enter the title, copy the subtitle, enter it over here. Now we'll go to style. First of all, we'll make it left align. Now let's change the title font family and subtitle font family. Now for the title font family, it will be the one that we have used earlier. Just type in LORA. And after that, you can increase or decrease the font size just a little bit. Maybe let's make it 25. I want to make it a little bit thinner. So weight will be 300 and line height will be 1.4 EM. The second option, subtitle, looks fine. I don't have to do anything over here. I can simply copy this divider, paste it at bottom like this. Okay, now click on update. Now, once you have created one section, what I can do is now I can first add the background image, and after that we can change the color, and now we just have to copy paste everything. Let me show you what I mean by that. So click on this edit section, go to style. Now first of all, I want to give a certain width to this section. So under content width, I'll type in 1280. Now what is that thing? If you, as you can see, if I type 80, this content will have to fit only within 80 pixels. If I type 1280, this content can go a little bit wider. So that is what I'm doing over here. And for gap, I can set this to wide gap so that there is decent amount of gap between all these columns. And I can also set a minimum height. So I can set a minimum height of 760 pixels. And I want my column and I want all these things at the bottom, the content at the bottom. So under vertical align, select bottom, which means that content will touch bottom. As you can see, this content is touching bottom. This is also touching bottom. And we have this gap at top. So this is what we want to do. Now go to style and let's add the background image. So click on this background type image. Let's add this image, which is, I think this one, not really important, whatever image you like. This is one. Okay, so I'm selecting this image, click on insert media. This is how it will look like. I want to make this size as cover. You can also do some more changes, but I don't want to do that. I can now go to background overlay because this is light color background. We can add some overlay on top of this. Now here also we are adding this blue color, very dark overlay. So I'll select this background type, select the color, this blue color, even more darker color. Okay, like this one. And we will increase the opacity, make it pretty dark like this, maybe 0.9. Now once you have this darker background and everything, you can now change the color of these fonts. So click on this and change the main title color to white. Click on this divider, change this color to white. Basically change everything to white. Select this number, change the color to white. Select the title, subtitle, change the color of the title and also the color of the icon to white, and also select the divider, make it white. All right, looks perfect. Click on update. Now once we have the left column, all the other things become super easy. Let me show you, because you just have to copy paste and change the content. First of all, we have the number, title, subtitle, divider, then again number, title, subtitle, divider. So I can simply copy the number first, paste it over here, title, subtitle, just paste below this thing, then the divider, which is over here. I can again follow the same procedure, copy the number, paste it over here at bottom, copy the title, subtitle, and after that finally copy this simple divider. All right. Now to do changes, I can click on this number. Instead of 01, I'll make it 02. Instead of this title, I can click on this title, change this title to something else. And this now, as you can see, saves a lot of time. We don't have to design this thing again and again. Now click on update. And finally, we have to create this simple form. This is simple form. I know you might be thinking this is not really simple, but this is pretty simple form. Let me show you. To add this form, we'll search for inquiry form. So search for this option, inquiry form, drag and drop this thing over here. Now let's see all those things that we have to add in this, all the fields. First field that we want to add is this inquiry type. So we can click on add item, and from this field we can select inquiry type, give it a label of inquiry type, and this is how it will look like. Then after that we have, let's see, information, which is simply, we'll first click on add item and we'll select this option, user type, give it a label of information, and you can add all the options. So here I'm giving 2-3 options, select real estate agent and property owner. So if you want to give specific options, so here I can type in agent, and after that if you want to give another option, you have to type in this pipe icon, which if you press shift and backslash on your keyboard, you will get this thing. And I can now type in seller. Now let's see whether this works or not. Okay, so right now at this point in this video, I have done a small mistake over here. So right now I was editing the video and I realized this thing. So I'm just showing you in this video that you're watching. I just showed you that to add these options, for example, when you click on information under user type, to add several options like real estate and property owner, as you can see on your screen, I said that you have to use the pipe icon, but that is not the case. You just have to enter these information in new lines. Let me show you. If you open this information option, here as you can see, I have added 3 options. Select, I am a real estate agent and I am a property owner. So if I open this option, information option, if I click on this, in this drop down, I have these three options. And as you can see on your screen, to add these three options, I'm not using pipe icons. I'm not using the pipe icon. I'm just adding these three options in three different lines. So make sure you correct this thing. Now, if you want to add first name, last name and all, so you can simply click on add item, search for first name, which is over here. Now, if you see this time it looks a little bit different. Here, two things are at the same line. So we will change the column width to 50% so that we can have two things in the same line. Then after that, we have the placeholder, which is typed inside this box. As you can see, first name as the placeholder. I don't want to add label this time. I just want to add this placeholder of first name. Okay, this is how it will look like. Now again, to save some time, I'll just copy this option, and this time I'll select last name and I'll change this placeholder to this thing. Then after that, we have some more options like email address. Again, pretty simple. Click on add item, search for field of email. Don't enter label, just enter placeholder of email address. So let me just do that very quickly. Then after that, as you can see, we have locations. So as you can see, similarly, you can follow the same procedure and make it like this. Click on update. We'll style this thing and let me show you. Let me just copy paste few things over here just to make this form a little bit, not this big, a little bit bigger like this one. Okay. Now let's change the style over here. So go to style. First of all, let's change the color of these fields and labels. So select this text color, make it white. And now as you can see, these fields are now available. Change the typography to Poppins, obviously. Now let me make it a little bit lighter. So make it 400. All right. This is how it will look like. Now select field. This time, this thing, I don't think we have to do any changes. Just go to this option, form option, and change this option. Let me see. We should have one background color option. So I think it is this one. Under advanced, go to background and make it white. Let's see whether this works or not. Okay, so this, as you can see, works. So I'll select this option, and after that we have to add some padding so that we have some gap from all sides. So we'll go to advanced and we can add some padding. And in this case, not margin, padding, which is over here. For top and bottom, I want to add 50, and for left and right, I want to add 30, like this. And again, I have to actually change the text color to black. And now this looks like this. Alright guys, now as you can see, your section is now 100% completed. Now let's move on to next section, which is this section, and all the other sections are pretty simple, very easy. Okay, this took a little bit time, but all these sections are pretty easy. So for this section, this is very much similar to the featured section, which is over here. So I'll copy this section over here from here, paste it over here. Let's give it a title of Explore Lifestyles or whatever title you want. And instead of this thing, I'll delete this. And instead of this, I want to add these categories. So for this, we'll go back to this page, go back to elements. And over here, you have to search for houses grid. And here it is. Select this option, bring it over here, houses grid. And there are several options available. I want to select option number 4, grid version 4. And you will get this horizontal type of grid. And I also want to show child categories. Okay, like this. Now, if you want to show types, if you want to show country, if you want to show state, whatever you want to show, you can show that. I'm showing types over here, which is this commercial, residential, those types. I'm showing only those things. Again, you can just go to style and change the typography to Poppins. We are not doing that. We have done that like many different times. Now this time I also want to do one thing. I want to change the background color for the entire section to white. So I can select this option, edit section, go to style, select background type color, and we'll make it white. Okay, now as you can see, it is changed. The change actually is very subtle. I don't know if you can see the difference between this thing, but the background color is now changed to white, and this is very light gray color, the default background color. Now click on update again. So as you can see, so easily this is now, just created. Now let me do one thing again. Let me just copy this thing, featured section, paste it over here. And again over here, I just want to display the same thing. Okay, you can obviously change the title, properties for sale. Let's change the title, and if you want, you can display only sale properties. So if you click on this properties option, and here if you go to filter, you can select this option. Under status, you can change this to sale, and now it will display only those properties which are for sale. So this is how it is done. And finally, this is the section that we want to create. So for this, again, I'll copy this section because the background color over here is white. And again, for this section also, I want the background color white. So that is why I'm copying this section, paste it over here at bottom, change the title, subtitle. We have seen that several times. Just delete this grid. And instead of this, actually we had to use the same grid. So you can, if you want, you can not delete this grid, just change the settings for this grid. So this time, instead of grid 4, we are selecting grid 3, grid version 3, which will give you this style. And I don't want to display types. I want to display countries. So if I select countries, it will display countries. Okay. Click on update. Now let's create our final section, which is very easy section, this bottom section. So to do that, I'll just add a new row. And this time we'll select 5 columns, which is this option, 5 columns. And inside each column, I'll just add this simple image. So I can just bring this thing, drag and drop this image element over here, upload my image for this option for brands. So open this folder, brands folder, upload this image. Now click on insert media and this is now added. I'll simply copy paste this thing over here just to save my time because this video is getting a little bit longer. And I want to change the background color of this entire section to white. So I'll change this thing like this. And I can also add some padding at top and bottom, just a little bit, maybe 20 or 25 pixels at bottom and at top. Now click on update. And with this, your home page is 100% now completed. Now let's very quickly import other pages. So I'm not going to obviously create other pages as well, like your about page, contact page. Because if I do so, this tutorial will be more than 5-6 hours. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste your time and my time. The reason I created homepage from scratch is that I wanted you guys to understand and to learn how this thing works, how you can create a page from scratch. And for all the other pages that we are going to import, because you have seen how this thing works in the homepage, you can do changes on about, contact, and all the other pages. So let's create all the other pages. In fact, let's just import them. So hover over pages, click on add new. Let's start with about page. So just give it a title of about or about us, whatever you want. And under template, select this option, houses page builder, because we want a complete, a blank page. Select this and click on publish. Now click on edit with Elementor. Now we don't have to create anything. We just have to import it. So click on this button, add template, and click on this button over here, which is given at top, import template, select files. And the file that the folder that you have downloaded, in that you will see this pages folder. Just select this file, click on open. Now this will import this about page for you. Once this page is imported, you can import other pages as well. So click on that button again, select contact page. And after that, click on this button again, and this time select fax page. So all the 3 pages are now imported. Because we are creating about page, we'll select this about thing, click on insert, and this entire page will be imported for you. Okay, now as you can see, like this. So all this entire page is now present for you. You can just click on this. You can change your content. You can change your title. You can change these things if you want. Just click on that, and we have already seen how to make changes. Click on update. Now again, let's come back to dashboard. Let's create, or let's just import the fax page. So click on add new pages. Let's give it a title of fax, frequently asked questions. And let's change the template to houses page builder. Click on publish. Again, just click on edit with Elementor and import template. We have already imported this file. Select this fax file, click on insert, and this fax page will also be imported for you. You just have to click on that and change the content. This is the most easiest page. Just click on update. Again, come back to your dashboard. Now let's import, or let's just create the contact page. Give it a title of contact. Change the template to houses page builder, publish this page, click on edit with Elementor, follow the same procedure, click on add template, my templates, select the contact page, click on insert, and this page is also contact or created for you. Make sure to always see one thing. If you click on this page, if you click on this contact form, make sure under email, your email is present over here. Okay, under to email, make sure instead of hello@favethemes.com, whatever it is, make sure to type in your email address. Very, very important. Or otherwise, whenever someone submits this form, all this information will be sent to this email address. So make sure to change this thing. And similarly for homepage also, you should do that. And let me actually show you that. I don't want you guys to have any problems. So click on edit with Elementor. Now for the home page inquiry form as well, click on this inquiry form, and under email, make sure your your email address is present. Okay, very important. Now let's create the blog page. So simply add a new page, give it a title of blog. This time you don't have to select any template, just click on publish and click come over here. You just have to set this page as your blog page, similarly the same way that we did for the home page. So hover over settings, click on reading, and in post page select blog page that you have just created and click on save changes. So this page is also now created. Now we have created blogs, but we have not seen how to create post or how to create a single blog. So if you see your blog page in the demo website, let's see how a single blog is created or a single post is created. If I open this blog, come over here, click on post. If you see this hello world, delete this. This is a dummy post. Click on add new and add your own post. This is the title of the post. So I'll copy the title, paste it over here. And after that, everything below that is just content. So you can just enter your content over here. I'm not going to show you this thing. Obviously, this is pretty basic thing, and you can, even if you don't know, there are many videos online, you can learn this thing. Our main focus is obviously on the real estate part. You can give it any category if you want. So maybe let's see, the category will display over here. Like this is the category, as you can see, business category. So I'll give it a category of business. Click on add new category. You can also give some tags if you want. Give a featured image and that image will display at top. This is the featured image. So let me just select probably this image. Click on set featured image and simply publish this post. This is how you create a post. Now let's do one thing. Let's start with the header, because right now if you see your website, it looks good, but our header and footer are now blank. Here, as you can see, nothing in the footer, and header is also kind of blank. We don't have any option for the user. We don't have any menus, anything like that. So let's see how we can create a menu. So to create a menu, you will hover over appearance and click on menus. Now let's create our main menu, which is this menu, and I'll give it a title of main menu. You can give it any title you want, menu or primary menu, whatever menu you want to give it a title. Give it any title, click on create menu. Now select all the pages that you want to display in this. So I want to select home, about, blog, agents, all properties, and contact, fax. Most of the other pages are present under this option, under this user option. So I'm not adding those pages. I'm just selecting this much and just click on add to menu. You can rearrange them like this if you want. And after that, make sure to select this option at the bottom, main menu. And after that, click on save menu. Come over here again. If you refresh this page, you will see your menu present over here. Now header style obviously looks a little bit different. We'll change that thing. Don't worry. First, let's create a footer, because footer is now empty. Let's create a footer like this one. So to create a footer, to create your footer, to add widgets in your footer, you'll see appearance. Under appearance, click on widgets. Now first option, you'll see there footer area 1, 2, 3, 4. So under footer area 1, I want to display these locations or whatever you want to display. You can select that option. So for this, we'll be using this widget, which is named houses, property, taxonomies. Okay, if you search for that, here it is, houses, property, taxonomies. Select this option, select footer area 1, click on add widget. If you want to give it a title, I'll just give it a title of discover. Now what you want to display, property type or state or label or status. Select that option and click on save. I don't want to hide. I do want to hide count actually. If I come over here and refresh this page, now as you can see, this is by default, this is how your footer will look like. Now footer area 2, we have this contact information. So again, we'll search for houses contact. Let's see over here, houses contact us. Now this time select footer area 2, click on add widget. Just enter your contact information like your address and all. Let me just copy this thing, address, phone number, fax, email address, whatever it is, just enter your basic information over here. And finally in the header area 3, I want to display this newsletter. Now we haven't created any newsletters. So let's see how we can do that. Now again, you don't have to do this thing. I have already given you the file, simply copy paste everything. So come over here. you will see this option MC4WP MailChimp for WordPress. Click on that. First of all, you have to link your website with MailChimp.com. So go to MailChimp.com. This is a free email marketing tool. There are different tutorials on my channel on this. You can go to YouTube and search for Nayyar Sheikh MailChimp. You will get those tutorials. Now log into your MailChimp account. Enter your username, password. Obviously, if you don't know what is this MailChimp, what is this username, what all these things are, again, just go to YouTube, search for Nayyar Sheikh MailChimp. You'll get my tutorial on MailChimp. Now over here, you have to click on your user and click on account. Now click on extras, API keys, and here you will get your API key. Simply copy it from here, come back to your website, paste it under API key, click on save changes. Now you will get this form option, click on form. Now you have to give it any title to create a form. Let me just give it a title of form 1. And if you have created multiple lists, you have to select whatever list you want to use for this form and click on add new form. Now they have already created a basic form for you, which would look something like this. Obviously this looks terrible. So I just want to delete this entire code and you can paste in your own code. So the file that you have just downloaded, in that you will see this file, MailChimp CSS. Open this thing, copy everything, paste it over here. And now as you can see, this is how your form will look like. Now simply save this page. Now again, come back to widgets. So under appearance, click on widgets. Now under footer area 3, you can add this option. So search for MailChimp for WordPress, which is over here. MailChimp sign up form, select footer area 3, click on add widget. Now if you come back to your website and refresh it, let's see what happens. You will see your footer 2 and 3. Alright guys, so finally the final thing that we have to do is the theme setting that will change the styling of header, footer and some other thing. Because right now if you see a single listing, the styling for single listing and all these other pages look different. So we can change this thing. So for that you can click on theme options, which is at the top. Now under general option, we don't have any special or any important option over here. So click on general, not very important option. I can just leave that. Under translation also, you can leave that. Now come to logos and favicon. So over here, if you want to replace this with your logo, you can just upload under logo. You can just upload your own custom logo. Now select header. There are several types of headers available. The one that I'm using in the demo website, I think it is header number probably 3, I guess. So select this header number 3 or header number 4 actually it is. Select header number 4, click on save changes. Come over here, if you refresh this page, now as you can see your header is now changed. Then after that you have some more option. Leave these things, just go to login and register. We have already seen this page, I guess. Yeah, we have already seen this page. Make sure you have enabled login and register. Now select price and currency. Now if you want to change the currency symbol, you can change it from here. Instead of dollars, if you want to add some other symbol, you can do that. Now come to typography. Now by default, this Roboto typography is used throughout your website for this thing, for your body, for everything. So make sure to change this Roboto to Poppins. And for navigation also, basically everything, I want to convert everything to Poppins. For footer also, top bar we are not using, so I'll leave top bar. For heading also, I want to change this Poppins. Now click on save changes. Come back to this website. When I refresh it, you can see these fonts, the menu font, everything will be changed. If I refresh this page, now as you can see, all the fonts which are used on your website is now changed. Everything is now Poppins. Now go to styling. By default, this blue color is used everywhere on your website. First of all, text color will be white, which will be black, which is fine. Instead of this primary blue color, which is used everywhere, as you can see, from header to all the different locations, I want to change this color. So I'll come, first of all, I'll copy this color code using the color picker. So let me see. This is the color. Copy it. Come over here under primary color, paste in this color. And under secondary color, under primary hover color also, I want to change this thing. And I want to make it lighter like this one. Now under secondary color, instead of this green color, I want this red color. So I'll type in EF3F49. Okay, again, I'll copy this color. And under hover color, I'll change this thing. I'll make it a little bit transparent, 0.7275. Click on choose, click on save changes. If you come back over here and if you refresh this page, Now as you can see, instead of that ugly green color, we have some beautiful colors over here. Okay, this color is also changed and this red color is also changed. So this looks so much better. Then you have some more option for navigation bar. Right now, if you see, your navigation setting is not changed. If you see your home page, here as you can see, we have this thing. And for other pages also, it is not really changed. Actually, I don't think we have to change that thing as well. If you want, you can change the color of these things, color of this text, which is over here, this text color. You can change this thing if you want. Not this thing. Red or whatever color you want, you get the idea. Whatever color you want, you can select that thing, click on save changes. Now the color of this link will be changed to red, like this. Okay. Now sub menu, create listing button, which is this button. Okay. I want to change this color to this red color. So I'll change the background color to this red color. And I don't want to use any border. So under border, I'll type 0, or you can just make it none, like this. Okay. Button border on hover, I want to add the same color, but a little bit lighter, like this. Okay. And this thing also a little bit lighter. Now button text color will be white, which is fine. For now, again, border, make sure button border is 0 and it is set to none. Okay. Click on save changes, come over here, refresh this page. And now as you can see, you have this button. When you hover over this, it looks something like this. Now similarly for all the other things as well, for footer, for mobile menu, you can change this thing. I think we can change the footer. We had made some changes in the footer. This is how my footer looks like. So this color, the background color that I'm using for footer is F6, F6, F6. And here the default color is this blue color. I want to change the background color for footer. So I'll replace it with F6, and footer bottom background color, I'll replace it with this color. Okay, this is used in the footer bottom background. Now text color will be, let's see what text color we are using. We are using black color. So instead of white color, I'm selecting black color, and link hover color also you can change if you want. Now if I come over here and refresh this page, now according to me, this looks much better. Then after that, you have property detail, which is very important. Your single property page. Again, let me go back to that. Click on all properties. If I open a single property, this is how it looks like. If I want, I can make some changes. If I want, maybe I can select this option. Maybe I like this option. I'll select this option, click on save changes. Come over here, refresh the page. And now as you can see, the style is changed. And instead of this complete thing, if you want that tabs option, you can enable tab option as well. Let me see, as you can see, tab vertical, tab horizontal, you can have this option as well. If I come over here again, refresh this page. Now as you can see, we have this tab option. Then let's see some more options. You can hide and, oh, not really important actually. Print property, add new property. Obviously there are many more things, but if you just, most of the things you can just you can do it by yourself. I'm just doing all the important things. Now, instead of add new property mode, if you want, you can select one step. I think I've shown you this thing again. Under search thing, so this is fine. This search bar is disabled below this title, because if you enable this thing on all pages, it will display the search bar. So if you want to enable that, you can do that obviously. Rest everything I think looks fine. Let's see. Listing option, not really important. Membership we have seen, payment also we have seen. Alright, so rest everything. Okay, footer, final footer. If you see, if you want to change this footer text, here right now it says houses all right reserved. So instead of houses all right reserved, if you want to type something else, you can do that. You can also enable your social media links, and you can enter your social media link like this, and you can change this text as well. Again, if you come back over here, refresh this page. Now, as you can see, it will display your social media. And if you change this text, it will be changed from here. Alright guys, so with this tutorial is now completed. Obviously, if you don't, okay, one more thing. I want to change this header to transparent, so I can edit this page only for the home page, not for any other page. And when you edit this page here, you'll see header type, make it Elementor, and main menu transparent, make it yes. Click on update. Come over here, again refresh this page. Now it looks much better. All right. You can change your logo. You can upload some smaller logo that will look much better. And one more thing I have noticed is that this, the user menu is now gone. We had this user menu like this. So if that is gone for you, if you don't see that menu over here, go to options, theme options, go to login and register. And this thing, if it is enabled or if it is yes for you, logged in menu, make it no. So this, if you make it yes, this will disable this menu. So I want to make sure that this is no. Go to save changes and refresh this website. Let's see. Now, as you can see, we have this thing over here. Alright guys, so with this tutorial is now 100% completed. I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful. If you find this tutorial helpful and if you want to watch more useful and helpful tutorials like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also click on the bell icon so you don't miss any future notifications. Throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.